Greetings, fellow investigators, and welcome to our video podcast, Into the Darkness, where my friends and I are playing the Call of Cthulhu role-playing game. I'm your host, Thom Raley. The scenario is Dreams of Hollywood. It was written by Josh Harwood, and he is also our keeper of arcane lore. This is a one-shot. So without further delay, let's begin our journey into the darkness. Josh?
Thank you, fellow viewer. So, we enter yet another production of my wonderful cinema of horror. I am your curator for the evening as we enter the 80s. LA to be precise, where two detectives are going to stumble onto something more than they can probably bargain for. And on top of that, the feds will be snooping. But what will befall our group of investigators as they stumble into sex, murder, drugs, and everything in between? This is Hollywood, after all. So enjoy as we enter Dreams of Hollywood. Okay, so Detective Hayes, Detective Cruz, briefly just starting with you. You are in your car and you are driving. You're just driving. You're just driving around. You might have a coffee, a donut, whatever. So yeah.
Is the older detective Jack Cruz letting the younger Carl Hayes drive, or do you not trust me?
I think he's the kind of guy who would rather you drive so he can just be relaxing in the passenger seat.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping to do the same, but I will drive.
Okay. Cool. So Hayes, you're driving. Cruz, you're here on the radio. Detective Cruz, over.
Who's here? Copy.
Uh, you're needed at he gives you an address for an apartment complex, uh, in kind of the posher side of LA. So yeah,
All right.
just
Hey,
tells
let's
you you
get
need to be
going.
there as soon as possible.
I'm definitely expecting some kind of drug nonsense if it's a fancy neighborhood. Somebody
Yeah.
got into something, cut with something weird, and they're running around on their lawn now or something ridiculous.
Yep. So you probably get your sirens going and you go off. Someone probably flips you off. You might get something thrown at your car, and yeah, you.
I'm just wondering if I know the direction I need to move the car around to. Am I heading roughly in the right direction, or do I need to, doing an Immelman or a bootlegger?
No, I think you would know. You'd know.
Okay.
You'd know. Yeah. So you two head on your way to the apartment complex. Meanwhile, we go to Special Agent Nina Myers at her apartment. Uh, there is a knock at your door, Nina. You're probably just getting out the shower
Oh.
as there's a knock at your door.
Well, I quickly put a towel around me, and I walk out there. I look around. What time of day is it?
It's early. It's early morning, so
Morning.
probably say 7 a.m.
Okay. I'm going to go to the
Okay.
peephole in the door. I'm going to look out.
No one there.
I'm going to go over to the coat rack and grab my gun. Do I have a gun?
Yeah, you have a
It's the
gun.
United States. Everybody has a gun.
Yeah,
Right.
you have a gun.
I grab my gun and I get it ready and make sure the latch is on my door. And I'll open
Okay.
the door up and peek out.
There is a parcel on the floor. There's a card attached to it, and there's also a bunch of flowers
Shit,
there as well.
the fuck is this? I'm going to open up the door, but I'm not reaching for the package. I'm looking around, scanning to see if there's any hiding places where somebody can hide.
Yeah, there's a couple, just like where the stairwells are, they kind of groove into the walls, so
Okay.
someone could be in
Af-
there.
After surveying with my gun, pointed to the ground, but in my hand, I'll reach out quickly and grab the things and pull them in through the door, and then close the door and lock it.
Okay.
And then I'll leave the stuff sitting on the floor and stand there staring down at it. What
Yep.
holy hell is this? I'll put my gun away. Um, I'll tap on it with my feet and move it around as a little to see if it looks legitimate.
It
Um,
seems legitimate to you.
so I'll pick up the flowers in the box and take them towards the kitchen. I'll put the flowers into a vase, and I will set the package in the sink. And with the pair of kitchen scissors, I will snip the ribbon and step back.
Okay. As you snip the ribbon, it folds over, and yeah, there's just a box, just a box.
Is there
It's
a card?
yeah, there is a card, but the box is very nice. It's like a proper jeweler's box,
Right.
like a proper
Well, I'm going to
posh
grab the
box.
card first, and I'm going to look at the card.
Okay. The card, who it's handwritten and it's on the front. It's addressed to you, and it's very fancy.
Is there a message?
As you open it, it just says, "A present for you, my love," and it's signed with an S.
I'm going to go over and I'm going to open up the package.
Okay. You open it up, and inside there is a little locket necklace.
Maybe there's a picture in the locket. I'm going to open up the locket and see if there's a picture.
You open it up, and there are two pictures. One of you and one of a woman you do not recognize. Similar age to you there.
The hell is this?
And there's a handwritten kiss on both pictures.
Well, I'm going to pull it out of the sink and set it on the counter, and I'm going to go back and get dressed.
Okay. There was nice red roses as well. That was what the flowers were. Nice red
Yeah,
roses.
of course, red.
Of
Very
course.
presumptuous. I don't even know I don't have a clue who this person is, right?
No, but in the past, you've received similar
That's why I'm
letters.
freaked out.
Yeah, but it's not like every week. It's like every couple of months you get this kind of care package. But you've never had a gift before. It's usually just been, well, you've had gifts like flowers, chocolates, and a
Okay.
card, but never anything like this.
Their mistake. I'm wondering who is there, some way of looking at the jewelry, who manufactured it? Is it in a nice jewelry box from a shop?
Yeah, it's definitely from a nice jewelry
So
box,
I'm going to
and
try to
there is,
trace who sent this to me.
okay.
But I'm not right now. I'm getting
Yeah, of
cleaned up
course.
and
Yeah. Yeah, you'd definitely be able to do that you'd have access to all the stuff you need at the LA FBI office
yeah.
anyway. So, um, meanwhile, Nick, you are in your office in at the FBI. You got there early. You like getting there early. Uh, Agent Harper, you are around your going around her. So Waylon has his own office, and there's one next to him, but they both lead out to a larger area with a few desks scattered around. And Harper, you're going around just looking at people's computers. You're making sure things are working as well. You kind of end up doing low maintenance because why not? Because
It's
no
taken me
one else
years to
does
get.
it.
It's taken me years to get to the point where A, I know the perfect time to come in the morning to get a decent car parking space, and B, I have the office which has the most optimal route to the coffee machine across the communal area.
Yeah, you picked
Truly
the
moving up in the
perfect.
world.
Damn right.
So Waylon, you do your usual. You always have some letters on your desk, some important ones, some ones that you don't really care about, but they're technically important, but you don't care about those ones. And at the bottom of the pile is one that you're used to seeing the past couple of weeks. It's
Mhm.
handwritten, very scruffily handwritten, and it's just there.
Right, I will take that over. I will first of all put on a couple of gloves, take it on over to the little cafetiere coffee area, steam it open so as not to interfere with any potential fingerprints. Take it back with a couple of tweezers, pull it out, and have a look at the note from the self-proclaimed IRS, because there's no other higher authority in this world. Damn it!
Are you reading it out in the open area, or have you gone back into your office once you've
No, I'll go
steamed it?
back into the office and read.
Okay. Harper, you'll have just seen Waylon coming out and then doing that and then going back in. Uh, so Waylon, it's a short, sweet one. Usually it's nice and lengthy, but this one says, "Be careful. Your partner is in danger, or are you the one in danger?" And it's signed THA, the
Mhm.
higher authority.
So it should be IRS, but at least he must have taken some Pepto-Bismol. He spared me the verbal diarrhea this time. Oh, I'll
But yeah,
poke my head out and look around for Harper.
yeah, Harper's there.
You feel like some early morning forensics work?
Well, it beats the hell out of doing whatever this tech bullshit is.
Oh, there's always tech bullshit. There's too many computers getting into this place. Anyway,
I know more and more by the day.
yeah, tell me about it. You know, we'll be carrying them around in our pockets soon. You know.
Ugh. There'll be no escape from
Yeah,
Mhm.
I've got a little conundrum or query that I've had a few of these letters turn up recently, but this time I've got a guy that seems like he's running short of time, because normally he gives me a whole plethora of verbal length of diarrhea all spread all over the page, and I will hand him the letter and a couple of gloves if he hasn't got them already.
Yeah. Okay, Harper.
Yep.
Yeah.
See what you can get from this. Whether he's got sloppy, whether there's anything on, also with the envelope, any traces on the gum, anything like that. I have a feeling it's
Well,
just a
we'll see.
regular
We'll
track
see
time.
what my excellent forensic knowledge turns up. An 09 as an extreme success.
Okay. So you'll go to your little corner. You've got a nice, it's probably
Have a
like a
nice
broom
corner.
closet, like a broom closet, like style lab.
Under the stairs.
It's so cramped that you don't
I
know,
love how they designate funding in this place.
you know.
Really helping me out.
Yeah. Um. hey, criminal profiling was not that big back then, um, so yeah, you look at it and you do find there are fingerprints and there is some DNA, um, and they all match uh different people, but checking those databases, all five partials of different people are from uh people who've been getting killed recently. People who you have been seen. There's not been any real connection between these killings other than the fact that they are all up and coming actors and actresses who could have shot to fame given that chance, but it matches to the five victims so far. It's
Well,
DNA.
Wayland, either this letter is a communal effort from five corpses, or you've got one sick motherfucker to
I'm
confuse
leaning
you as a
more
pen
towards,
pal.
yeah, I'm leaning more towards column B here. That definitely the sicker end of the scale does fit his MO.
Yeah. Well, they got a nice collection of dead people's fingerprints. Recent string of murders in L.A. It seems.
It's a recent string of murders. It must be a Tuesday.
Hmm. In
Um,
fact, it's not Tuesday.
Ah,
no,
Monday.
it's the dreaded Monday.
Ah,
String of murders, and it's not even Tuesday.
At this
What's
point,
the world coming
Myers
to?
might have entered the building at this point. But before we get to Myers entering the building, we go back to Hayes and Cruz as you pull up to this apartment building. I say apartment building. It's not. It basically used to be one, but they turned it into like two posh three-story apartments, as they call it, even though it's not.
Mhm.
Um, and yeah, there's police tape around, and there's a couple of officers uh just trying to keep the press back.
Am I familiar with the area?
Yeah, both of Cruz, you're definitely familiar with the area. Hayes, you've definitely been through the area.
Is there any criminal history that I'm aware of? Any
Not hit
gangs? Is it rich enough where it may be, uh, drug dealers?
rich enough as to where there might have been break-ins
Hmm.
in some of these houses or apartments. But that's
Mhm.
about it. No, like, not many drug dealers around here. They kind of stick to the neighboring neighborhoods, but mainly just people trying to steal a expensive necklace or ring.
Well, I would earnestly take out my little notebook and walk up to the cops that are manning the tape, and I ask, what do we know so far?"
Uh, three deceased, I'm afraid, of detective. Um, uh, sorry, it seems like when he's thinking about it, it's almost like he wants to throw up a little bit. Um,
Has
you,
our lab people been called?
yeah, they're on their way, but you know what it's like, hold-ups and all.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, I think it's attached to your case, Cruz. You know that string of murders? The three deceased in there are related to the industry.
All right, well, let's go and give it a check. We're just going to
Uh,
finish this cup of coffee and put it on the top of the squad car and look to Hayes and be like, let's get in there.
Okay.
okay. So, Cruz and Hayes, you what are you wear? What are you wear? It's an odd question, but what do you wear as detectives? Very odd question, but
Well, I'm still young enough in the 80s where, yes, I would be wearing not quite the Miami Vice outfit, I am 30, not 20, so I wouldn't go that far with it. But it is not polyester. It is more of the cotton type of blend. It is a suit. Uh, I have a white shirt because you don't want to have too much of flare on that. But I do have a colorful tie, maybe obnoxious.
Okay.
The color schemes probably were from my mom, so really can't put too much taste on that. It's got the gold and the jade and reminiscent of a dragon running on it.
Nice.
Comfortable shoes, but I probably they're good enough where I can run in them.
You got to be able to run.
Hey, little guy.
Cruise.
I think Cruz is probably he's a little bit older, a little more jaded. He's probably got something on that was maybe fashionable like 2 or 3 years ago that maybe a girlfriend or something bought for him.
Okay. Fair. So you two enter the building. Um, you there's another police officer in there, and he escorts you up to the third floor, where he tells you that they are in the master bedroom. Um,
Is there anybody else other than police that are trying to catch a look?
Outside, there were reporters and there was quite a few civilians, people from the neighboring buildings looking.
Mhm.
That's about it. No one that would have caught your eye out of the ordinary.
Do we have any security cameras at all in this area? Or is this a little bit before that started becoming in vogue?
A little bit before
More
it
90s.
started coming. Just a little bit before. There'd be some neighborhoods that might have started dabbling, but yeah.
Are we walking up or are we on a ground floor or is it up?
You're walking up to the top floor.
Okay. I'll look at the steps to see if there's any blood trails or anything like that leading up and out of here.
No, there's no blood, no blood leading up, no blood at all on the stairs, on the walls. Even if you were to glance in on the first floor and second floor, you wouldn't see anything out of place. Nothing's been stolen. Um, you go up to the third floor, and that's a different story because you go up there, and there's just one door. You go through, and it's this giant bedroom that just takes up this entire floor, basically. There is an ensuite in there as well. But the first thing you notice is above the bed, there is a man, completely naked, guts dangling out, throat has clearly been slit open. He has somehow been suspended via wires. It appears that there used to be like a fan above the bed that's been removed, and he's been attached to where the
I
fan.
try to avert my gaze real fast and look at the door because even I'm young at this. I haven't seen everything like this. So I'm going to look at the door and see, was it broken in or was it just opened? Does it look like it was forced? And
The
I'm going to give my
door.
brain a chance to comprehend what I just saw.
Okay, I'll come to that in a minute, and I'll also get you to roll a sanity in a minute, both of you. But Cruz, you are still in the zone. So on
Yeah.
the bed, there is a woman. She is again completely naked. She appears to be blonde. Uh, she has makeup on, but it looks like someone's applied it post-mortem
Mhm.
because the lipstick's all over the place. The eyeliner, eyeshadow, foundation's too much or even too little in some places. Very uneven. but again, she's had a big incision down her upper body and lower body, and there's some guts hanging out. Um, she's a little bit different. Getting closer, you'll notice that they have removed her heart and put it in her mouth, like just resting in her mouth.
The policeman on the scene said this might be related to a case that I was working on. Is this reminding me of what I've seen before? Is this like a similar MO?
Yeah, similar in brutality to the previous killings. There is a third victim in this room, though.
That was my next question.
On the chair, to the left of the bed, there is another woman. She is half dressed. Only her upper body is undressed. Um, she appears to have no eyes and no ears. And her neck has also been, well, her throat has also been slit open, but her chest has been left alone.
Hmm.
On the wall, this is the only thing different from the other crime scenes, using your knowledge,
Hmm.
is on the wall it says, "I'm watching you," and it's written in what you can assume is blood, going by the amount of blood in the room.
Now, when you said it was similar to the other killings, are they just all been very brutal, or are they all similar in the way that like disemboweling cutthroats and things?
Disemboweling is
Okay,
very
that's like
similar.
his picture. Okay.
But yeah, no. So the officer who escorted you up, he will tell you their names. The one on the bed is Alyssa Buto. The guy in the ceiling is Kent Gasaway, and the one in the chair is Polly Lively.
Okay. Do I know any of those people? Those names?
They are all actor. Well, Alyssa and Kent are an actor and actress. Alyssa, has just been in her first starring role and it's done really well. Kent is known for a lot of westerns. He's
Mm,
quite popular. So this is a little different because these are up and coming who have sort of made it. And Polly is a producer. A female producer is very unheard of, uh, or at least shunned, and so that's why she's notable.
okay. Am I seeing anything else around the room? Any other kind of evidence? If I look around to see if any, doesn't really seem like they're trying to hide anything, so I'm not sure what I'll find. But
Okay. Yeah, you could do me a spot hidden, but before you do that, and Hayes, you can do me a spot hidden, but before you both do your spot hiddens, can you do me sanity rolls? Let's get
absolutely,
them out of the
Here
way.
we go. I have
let's do
a
it.
sanity of 60, which is currently equal to my power, so I haven't taken hits before, I guess. And I rolled a 45, which is under my sanity.
Okay.
I rolled a 96, which is slightly above my sanity of 55.
Okay, Hayes, uh, due to your age, anyway, you can take a D4 for me. Even though you pass, you can take a D4. Cruz, you can take a D8 for me.
Even though I made it?
Yes,
Oh,
Hayes,
oh,
take a
Hayes,
D4.
make a D4.
Cruz,
Gotcha.
Only
1D8.
two.
Only two.
Here we go. It's a D8 cut in half. 3, which would end up being a 2 points.
Yeah, okay. Okay. So you're both shaken, maybe you're both dealing with it in different ways. Now you can both do me spot hidden.
Okay.
Okay. Here we go with the spot hidden.
A little better.
My spot hidden is 65. Come on. 57. So your regular success.
I got a 63 out of 75, so regular success for me as well.
Okay. I will stick with you, Hayes. Um, the door hasn't been broken, like kicked in or crowbarred open, but you notice something that only someone who has lockpicked a door would notice, and just some slight little mechanism out of place, and that tells you that the door must have been locked before, and they have lockpicked the door to open it.
I mentioned that to my partner. I think this was picked and that it was locked originally. There's a little scratch here, and this tumbler may be out of position. So whoever did it was probably quiet,
Yep.
or maybe they were asleep, or no one was here and he then brought bodies in. I have no idea yet.
Well, Cruz might be able to help. Cruz looking around. You don't see a lot other than the blood, the message for bodies. Um, there is some of their personal effects around. Their clothes are dotted around. Um, but the ensuite, there's a bit of blood in the sink of the ensuite. But the one thing that catches your eye is the closet, because in the closet there is a camera in the closet.
Is it recording right now?
It is not recording now.
Is it like a digital camera, or is it something I need to input the film into something to watch it?
It's a digital because it's quite high quality for the time.
Okay. Can I turn it on and rewind the footage? I want to see what, if anything, it was recording recently.
Yeah.
Are you using gloves?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you do that. And first thing is you're not really sure how to use it. It's unfamiliar to you. Um
I have
it's
electronics.
almost out of place a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And looking through it is a lot a lot of
What you'd
basically
expect.
porn.
Yeah.
They a lot of porn. You could go through it for hours, and then that's where you notice there's a box on the floor with more labeled with different people's names on, and yeah, they
All right.
filmed a lot of porn in this room.
All right. So nothing relevant for what I'm interested in.
Well, there is something relevant. The latest one, which would have been the one that you press play, is you could choose not to watch it all yet and maybe analyze it later, but you see the killings on the camera. It
All of
was
them are.
filmed.
Oh, wow.
These three murders were caught on camera.
That's good news, I guess. That's good. What do I see the killer clearly? Do I know? Is he
No, the killer is in like uh fully black clothing.
okay? He's in disguise.
On the back of the jacket there is an eye, and it says uh and there's a little bit, "I hope you're enjoying the show," is written on the back of the.
Is that a slogan of something I would know, or
No, with the eye and that, you you don't know, you just get a sense of something ticking in the back of your head reading it.
okay? I probably won't watch all of that right now because I imagine he spent quite some time dissecting and staging these bodies. But I mean, yeah, we're gonna bag that up and get that ready to be have somebody look over all of it.
Do we know whose apartment this is?
Yes, it is Kent Gasaway's apartment.
Were they ever in any movies together? Did the producer produce any of the shows that these two were in?
Yes, Polly works very closely with Alyssa Buto and has recently started working with Kent.
Okay.
Have the other killings been groups of people like this?
No, this is the first group killing.
This is the first. Okay.
Can you can we do a quick check to see who is starring in the other movies? I would guess that it's probably Kent. And
Yeah,
are there any dates on them? Like
there's
when recorded?
yeah, there are dates, and actually noticing the five previously deceased are named on some of them, but Kent is usually on all of them.
I go, Jack, that might be very significant. So if we can get the name, you'll put the names of the people and the timing of the filming. Is there like a on the recording? Is there like date time when recorded, or was that a little too ahead of the time?
Yeah, no, there's no date, there's no proper date time. It's very haphazardly done, and yeah,
Just
So there's like
handwritten.
24-hour, 30-minute left in tape.
yeah,
Type of thing.
yeah. So what are you two doing? Uh,
Um,
by now the forensics, well, I say forensics team, the LAPD's forensics team, who aren't the best in the world, have come along and
um,
arrived upstairs, and will bag anything that you guys need and take any samples and all that and run it for you.
well, the extraneous stuff where we can do a fine-tooth combing of the videotape, we might have to do. So that definitely needs to get bagged separately.
Mhm.
I'd point out that they really need to look at the lock and see if there's anything else they can clean from there.
Yeah.
Everything else is stuff that I don't even want to look at, Jack. I'm studiously avoiding looking at the bed, the ceiling, and the chair. I find this very disturbing. So I would be concentrating on peripheral stuff if I can get away with it.
Okay. So you two get your stuff bagged up and probably head off to either get bites, maybe bite to eat. I don't know if you'd be able to stomach anything after that, or go straight to the LAPD, well, your district's station. But we will
I pull some Tums out of the glove compartment and take two.
fair enough. We will now skip back to our FBI agents as Myers has appeared, as Waylon and Harper are, I guess, discussing what Harper found.
I am in a bad mood.
Definitely a Monday.
Nick is my partner,
Yes.
senior partner.
Yes.
I'm going to go over quietly and see what they're working on, and at some point I'll whisper, Nick, can I talk to you privately at some point at your convenience? I don't want to interrupt.
Yeah, sure. But it's only a typical average crackpot. So, what have you got?
Oh, me?
Mhm.
I've got a stalker.
Why do all the crazies come out on a Monday? Why?
Well, the first time, it has happened more than once, but the first time I didn't really think anything about it. But this time I'm getting presents and packages and flowers from someone that I don't know. And this time, I mean, initial S, but it seemed to indicate that it was a woman. which freaks me out even more, to be frank. Somebody, I don't know, I can't think of anybody that I've run across that the girl at the barista at the Starbucks, or I don't know what, it's freaking me out. And it's getting it's progressing. There was a
Not wanting to,
locket with this woman's picture in it, and it's all I can do. And I'll pull out the locket and show him.
I mean, not wanting to be too backward. I mean, it is the 80s. I mean, free love still's out there.
Well, I don't care about that. It's just, who the fuck is this person? I've never seen this person in my life.
I will have a look. Do they look at all familiar?
Can we see if we could run prints or something on this thing? Or
Well, that's what Harper's for.
Yeah, that's what Harper's for. Waylon, how, what do you think you're like out and about? Are you well versed in the movies, the
It's LA, and I've been born and raised here. I think it would be an occupational hazard not to be.
True, true, but you might be someone who just purposefully is like, I don't care.
Given the amount of corruption that there is in the LAPD, for example, I think it's good to take yourselves out of reality for a little bit. So yeah,
That's-
probably indulges in cinema a hell of a lot.
Okay. Yeah, you notice you actually recognize that woman. Um, she is Alyssa Buteau.
Ah. Okay, seems like you've definitely got a stalker with taste, and maybe looking for a bit of a menage a trois. Because that she certainly doesn't have the initial S. That's an A and a B.
and some sort of amateur actress, or now that you're saying it,
Small time.
we've seen her like in some commercials, and
Yeah, and she's just literally been in a big starring role, like it's just released.
yeah, but I don't think that's it. How could she possibly know who I am? Um, she doesn't probably live anywhere near where I live. How could she possibly know who I am? Maybe somebody's putting this in here as a. I still think it's a dude. It's quite aggressive. This.
Stalkers are normally male. Again, not wanting to fall into the racial profiling habits of our brethren down at the LAPD, but it definitely is more of a male thing than a female thing.
Okay.
Well, I'm taking to staying armed at all times, just in case.
Occupational hazard.
Yeah.
Sleep with the damn thing.
Oh, that's a cute little gun. How about this one?
Just because my pockets aren't as big, okay?
Harper, would you have run some prints on that locket and all that?
Are you implying that I wouldn't do my job?
Well, the voice in the head just, has to imply that you don't want to do your job.
Well, as a matter of fact, I don't want to do my job, but you know what? I did it anyway with a 76, which is a pass on forensics.
You very nearly didn't want to do your job.
I somehow talked myself into it after my fourth cigarette.
Yeah, it takes you a bit longer. Maybe you have to take a little break, but
I have to take lots of breaks.
you find a link. There is some DNA on there and on the letter, but the DNA matches Alyssa Buteau, Kent Gassaway, Polly Lightly.
Well, what's DNA?
I think some smart science types won a prize for it
It matches.
recently.
Yeah, I know. As soon as I said DNA, I was in.
If there's prints,
Watson
maybe we can
Crick
find
or
them.
whatever their names are.
The prints matches them.
Also, the manufacturer and/or the jewelry store that it came from, maybe.
Yeah, you'd be able to find that. It's literally some high-end jewelry store
Redondo
in
Beach.
yeah, yeah, pretty much.
Well, it seems like you got some DNA from this locket of some people who I believe are recently dead.
DNA.
You have some kind of
What?
evidence trace.
Actually, Harper, you might have actually seen that ping because it would have been
Yeah,
filed.
I looked them up. Yep.
So,
They were murdered. Their bodies were just barely discovered, it seemed. So
Well, then
Waylon gets somebody sending him fingerprints of dead people, and you just have somebody sending you DNA of dead people. You know, you should get together, work some stuff out, I guess.
DNA.
You have some weird friends.
It's like that photo of all the dogs playing poker, except we've just got a whole lot of dead film stars playing poker or writing
It's
letters,
something
and
like
sending
that.
notes. Yeah.
I
Does-
mean, it's not anything like that at all, but sure, Waylon.
No,
Play
some
dogs
of
playing
these
poker.
some of these psychopaths, though, they kind of want to get caught. Maybe these things are being sent to us because the killer is arrogant enough to think that he can do that and not get caught, like the Zodiac killer or others.
Well, I mean, in the psychopath's defense, I don't think the Zodiac killer was ever caught. So
Right.
sometimes the hubris is justified.
Or he died.
Again, it's that they are up against the LAPD. It's like shooting fish in a barrel, for fuck's sake. So.
I mean, maybe.
So-
I mean, if they do want to get caught, maybe that's why they're calling you two in a weird way.
Let's treat these like clues then.
Well, do you want the case? Are you going to swoop in there and take it from these guys?
Well, that's kind of unethical, but I think in this case that we're being contacted directly.
Unethical.
So
I think the word you're looking for is fun.
I think the more politically correct and harmonious phrase here would be, how about a nice piece of inter or cross-departmental cooperation?
Cooperation. Well, yeah.
Cross-agency, that's the word.
yeah, I go for that.
We're here to help you.
Well, what are we waiting for? Let's go.
We'll skip all the FBI bureaucracy as Waylon then
FBI
has to-
bureaucracy montage.
as Waylon has to inform
Filling out
his
paperwork.
boss, and then they have to send forms and blah de blah and get in contact. And then
That's
we'll
such a
also
high
skip
law skill.
You
we'll
want
also
to roll all that out?
skip Cruz and Hayes getting told that this might happen and the FBI might show up. Not that they will, might show up.
Carl is a little disturbed, so when we pull back into the precinct, I open up the trunk and take a look. Do we have our pump shotguns
Yeah.
in the back?
Yeah,
Okay.
you do.
I think I'm going to stop off at my locker and put on my vest and my larger shirt and my white undershirt for this. I'm feeling a little disturbed, and I want the comfort of some armor. And then I think I will probably go to the audio video area and watch a lot of porn in the form of these tapes, unless
Work, I swear.
Jack really wants to go and watch it. Mom really repressed me a little bit, so
What about you, Cruz? As Hayes is watching a lot of porn
I think
and
first
basically
thing-
goes into torture porn nearer to the end. So
I think first thing first, Cruz is going to get another terrible cup of coffee from wherever the LAPD serves their terrible coffee. I'm sure it's terrible.
Yeah.
I want to try and look to see if there's any like I want to look at these victims and some of the other ones, and I'm trying to see what the biggest connection is between all of them. If they like work for a particular like studio, I'm trying to think like people now, because now I know the killer was close, it was disguised, but Could I say confidently that it was a man? Was it like a big person?
Yeah, going by the sheer strength of, you have to assume um it's a man. By the body shape as well.
Mhm.
Obviously, people can even then pad them to add more layers, but it's hot even so,
Can I ballpark his height? Would I be able to tell that?
from that, especially if you went back and looked, or probably about 6'1", 6'2", definitely in the lower sixes.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm trying to like look like if they all worked for the same production company or whatever. I'm trying to look and see if I can find any connection. Like did they all work for this same guy, this manager? Was there another person attached to all of these people?
You can do me a library use roll.
That sounds
You
good.
can get a library use roll.
I'm actually not bad at it. I got a 50, but that is a 73, which is a fail.
Um, yeah, you must have had some really bad coffee. It takes you a lot longer, but you will get a little bit of a sprinkling of a idea. Other than the fact that all the victims' names have appeared on those tapes relating to the sexy movies, you also notice they all filmed for a production company called Angel's Delight,
Oh,
which is known for its grittier, grindhousey movies, where a lot of lower rate actors go and either get lucky and make it, or just stay unknown and never have a career.
yeah, that's definitely going to be the next lead for me then. That's what I want to look into to see what kind of people are there, see who knew these victims, something like that.
As as that happens, and as Hayes is still going through all he's got a lot of porn to get through.
Well, like I
Um,
said, I'm trying to see if I can match up names and people, and if I can somehow figure out when they were shot, as in maybe get an order, maybe
yes,
see if there's any common denominators other than it's just, Kent and his bedroom.
you could do me a spot hidden
Okay,
for all,
here we go.
and then we'll figure out what your success is. Then I will come back to you to tell you.
Okay. Spot hidden is a 65. Come on. 37. Not quite a hard, so it's still just a standard success.
That's all right. It just means that you get the
Can you
information, but
spend,
it
can you,
took you a bit longer.
thinking about luck, can you spend luck to improve
Yes,
a
you can.
rating?
Yes.
I think I'm really trying to concentrate on this. Would it be beneficial to make a hard success on this spot?
Yes. Yes, it would. Yes.
I will spend 5 of my 55 luck because I want to show something for watching a lot of porn rather than
You
just
probably
being frustrated.
you
Yeah,
probably
lots of
have a
them.
bit of an audience behind you. There's probably some of the other officers just stood behind you while you're watching all of this. They're having a bit of banter behind you. You're probably not even paying attention, but they're just looking for other reasons, obviously.
Well,
Um,
I'm really trying to get distracted because this is the first time I've really seen something that gruesome. It's not quite my case. I'm partnered with Jack, but I think he's really the lead on this.
yeah. Um,
Like I say, he could have sent me to look up things and I would have done it.
just
Anything to not have to look at the bodies again.
Definitely.
Whalen, Harper, and Myers, you all turn up at the LAPD, and you are escorted to Cruz's desk. Because Cruz doesn't get an office, he just
Mhm.
gets a really shitty desk.
Well, the adults are here.
Oh, good. The government's here to help. Always good news.
And I imagine I'm still watching porn.
Yeah, you're with most of your
You will
department
say,
behind you.
The rest of the precinct is helping.
Detective Cruz, we would like to speak about this case in private. Where's your partner?
He's doing some research, I think, looking into some stuff we found at the scene.
Maybe you should call him, bring him in.
Sure.
Something always comes up.
Gonna lean out, shout.
If that's not too hard for you.
I'm gonna shout across the bullpen and see half the precinct trying to be like, "Come on, get in here."
Okay, well, I'll hit pause and leave it on the big screen and then walk over to the meeting room.
When you do that pause, you get like a very little you don't get a little groan. You get a lot of groans from the people who were watching, like
All 15 of them. Ah, come on.
Detective Cruz, why is your partner walking so funny?
John Wayne impersonator.
Yeah.
If I hear that as I'm walking up, despite my personal aversion to it, it actually is a clue. On one of the tapes, we have the murder recording. I'm doing the scut work and trying to look at all the rest of the tape to see if there's anything that would give us.
I'm
Another-
sorry, a what now?
hang on now. Before this conversation continues, Hayes, your success. Let's talk about what you can actually tell them. So all the dates of their films that correspond to the victims are actually the nights of or evenings of when they disappeared and were found the next morning.
Hey, Jack, I think I found some correlation here. The filming seems to correlate to when the victims have gone missing and when they had their rendezvous with Jack, or with, sorry about that, with Kent.
Now Ken's dead too. That's. Wonder if they were both in on it. Partner got tired of splitting the fun.
Did it look like someone was recording the other, manually recording the other encounters?
That's what I was going to
Or is it
give you as
stationary?
part of your hard success.
Oh,
So
excellent.
two little details about is yes, there's evidence there is someone behind the camera. There's obviously evidence that they're all aware the camera is there, like some subtle nods and stuff like that. And some of them are uncut, so you see the bits and bobs in between. So there is a cameraman. Fuck.
Yeah, very mature adults.
I just saw Thom
Just
make
a very,
face and
very
set me up.
good word choice there, Josh.
Yes.
Perfect word, and I was nearly getting through it. And
Almost.
then
You're so close.
I saw Tom's face, and it set me off. Okay, so Hayes, you, as I said, you'll notice that there's definitely someone behind that camera. Maybe not at all times, but just by some changing of the shots, some shots actually move out of the little cupboard and go in, going by the placement. Sometimes it's by the ensuite, and there's some swooping shots. But also, you kind of skipped all the gory bits of the torture porn that you basically got to witness.
Mhm.
But at the end, whoever did this, the killer, you see the mask. There are eye holes, but on the mask, it says, basically, did you enjoy the show? Just like on the back. And it looks directly at the camera.
That's
And then
disturbing.
turns it off.
Since there's eye holes, are we able to get an eye color?
Yes, because it's a camera, red eye is obviously a big thing anyway, but these are really red eyes.
Well, the great demon possession of 1985. Yes.
Really red eyes.
So the reason why we're here is because we have been receiving what we just realized are probably clues as to the killer. We think this may be some sort of serial killer that is wanting to get caught and sending us bits and pieces of information. And I'll show them the locket. We pulled some prints off of this. The picture is of one of your victims.
Mm.
And this was sent to me with red roses. Who was the prints? Did we run the prints and find out the prints for somebody?
The prints for previous victims.
So the victim
DNA
actually
on the locket
had
of
this.
the.
Maybe this is her locket then.
Maybe
It's not a new locket
if
that was sent to
if
me.
I start watching the murder tape,
We won't see you for a month.
Do you hold out the locket?
I was gonna.
Yeah,
ask.
I'll put it on the table. It's probably in an envelope, and I'll put it on the table.
Did I so far see any locket on any of the girls or of any of the people on the previous tapes?
You can do me an intelligence roll.
Okay, well, I'm not too bright. I'm a working gumshoe.
She's got to be lucky.
40, and I've got a 50 int.
All right.
Okay, there we go.
I'm stunned. I saw a 0, and I was sure it was going to be something else.
Yeah, you did see a locket. Actually, the more you think, and maybe you do that thing where you run back and have a quick rewind.
Yep.
And,
If he runs back, we'll probably all walk with him while he reviews.
And the show's back on, and the crowd is happy.
and
Crowd goes wild.
the locket is on a woman, but not Alyssa Buteau. Alyssa
Girlfriend.
Buteau is in the video along with Ken Gassaway and Matthew Llewellyn.
So the fun thing is that we do have a picture of a person that may be missing, but we don't know that they're a victim yet, potentially.
No, and their name isn't marked on the. Well, you could quite clearly see there was another name on there, but it's crossed out, like proper scratched out almost.
I would hand that over to the FBI because they're maybe potentially able to look underneath the erased name. But I see if we can get a print of the person's headshot and see if we can figure out who that is. Maybe through other movies from that production company that they mentioned. Was it Angel's Delight?
Yes, Angel's Delight.
Angel's Delight.
So I may be watching a lot of other films.
That person's not dead. Just to be clear.
Yeah, as far as you're aware, you haven't seen this person. It doesn't correlate to any of the deceased.
Okay.
She might be alive. She might be alive. We need to find out who this is. Do I need to go and get a whole bunch of cheap other films and take a look at them, try to find the actress?
Yeah, we should definitely try and figure out who that is. I don't know if they're dumb enough to use their own necklace for evidence, but criminals are stupid a lot of the time.
Was there like someone in that company we could talk to who may be an agent to see if they recognize people? That might be the fastest way.
Yeah, you have a look, and there's a phone number attached to the company. the company's in like a really dodgy neighborhood in one of those really crappy buildings. It's basically a warehouse,
Mhm.
from memory. And yeah, the title of the person who's in charge is Sam Raley.
I share whatever this information is with my senior partner and the FBI agents, and I ask, "So are you guys taking over?" Almost eagerly that you guys are taking over.
We'd like to just cooperate with you, pool our
Yeah,
resources.
I'm
taking
sure
over
if
Yeah, I
you
want to
recall
get
it
a
all,
look at that.
I don't want to step on. We don't want to step on your toes.
It's our case.
Can I ask a question?
could-
You guys mentioned the name Angel's Delight. Is that what? The name of the porn or
All these people that are victims used to. It's the low end production company that they seem to all have been in,
I'm wondering
and
if it's
everybody might have worked for it.
I'm wondering if it's a play on words. There is a railway in Los Angeles that goes up to the top of the mountain called Angel's Flight.
Hmm.
I'm pretty sure it's a funicular where
It's a little tram car that goes up and
it's a
down.
little tram car that goes up and down the hill.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Something worth
Might be
looking
nothing.
into. Also worth looking into it. Do you have that murder tape?
Oh yeah, it's right over there. Jack was looking at it.
Right.
You spent like what?
Do
an
you
hour
mind if I take a look?
Be our guest.
Can we set up a headquarters? Do you guys have a room here in the LAPD that we can use as our headquarters, center of investigation?
You kind of just use your bureaucracy and take over one of the meeting rooms.
I just want to take over one that's not really important.
They would have given us the bathroom if you hadn't specified somewhere decent.
Yeah, our lieutenant would probably tell us, get everything out of here, out of the main. It's slowing down work, and take over a conference room.
Yeah. Okay.
I moved the audio visual. I moved the
Conference room
camera.
D. Yeah.
I moved the video equipment into that conference room and out of the major public area.
You've just earned yourself several enemies for life.
They don't like me anyway. They don't like me anyway.
Before we go anywhere, can I get a printout or something of the killer from the video? I know he's covered, but I want to be able to show people that, see if they recognize that clothing or not the logo, but the catchphrase, so to speak, on his outfit.
You'll be able to get something blown up of the back and then the face as well.
Okay.
Excellent.
I'll make sure I have that on hand.
Okay. So what are you all doing? Obviously you took over an office. One of his
Well, I'm playing the murder tape.
I'm making myself useful by making sure you've got the equipment and the quiet room. I offer to fetch coffee because I don't want to be in here while you're watching it.
Oh,
I'm setting everything up the way that I know that Harper and Waylon like it.
I would love some coffee. Sorry, what is your name?
Oh, I'm Carl Hayes. I'm a detective.
Hayes,
My partner
Detective
is
Hayes.
Jack Cruz.
Well, Detective Hayes, I would love a cup of coffee.
Excellent. Cream, sugar, or anything like that, or black?
Black is fine.
Hear my eyes
I leave as fast as possible so I don't have to watch the murder tape, and we'll go and get all kinds of coffee. I'll even bring in a tray with a creamer and sugar for others, so there'll be multiple plastic or paper cups.
Civilized.
Hayes is kind of squeamish for a detective, isn't he?
I wanted Vice.
He's
I wanted
young.
Vice, but they gave me this.
Oh,
Well, in
Vice
a way,
is
this is
much
Vice.
worse.
This is Introduction to Vice.
Yeah, Vice is a whole new set of bodily fluids.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is almost Vice because it's porn, but there's murder, so it's homicide.
Vice Plus.
Still, some advice from Vice that was not intended might be helpful. How many people get murdered in the porn industry?
Well, I don't think it's not. They're not literally pornographic films. I think this is just this gentleman's
Either private
collection, as far as we know.
I would think if they were all up and coming, literally, people, actors and actresses, that this is the last kind of movie they would want to accidentally film and somehow it gets out into the public.
Based on the few we saw, they definitely weren't accidents.
I mean, Rob Lowe. That's
I think
the name of a
snuff films usually are
person,
the
not
last
a.
film that you end up in.
All right, so I'll just finish setting things up the way they like it.
Okay.
Make sure everything's where it.
So the murder tape.
Yes, Harper. For murder tape. What do you want to gain out of watching the murder tape?
Oh, just an appreciation for art, really.
Okay. You watch it through, and you are fascinated by how well crafted this guy is. He's very swift, very precise, doesn't miss.
He knows what he's doing. This is a sign of somebody who knows what he's doing and wants to make a statement.
Knows how to kill.
How many people has he killed already?
Well, the ones that we know about.
Yeah, the ones that you know about, the 5 previous, and then these 3. So you know of 8.
Were all of the previous done individually, or were there any group killings?
Individually. This is the first group killing.
And it's possible.
This is an escalation.
Yes,
It is an escalation.
And he's probably got other victims that we don't know about. We might never know about. But if we can trace a direction, then we can trace it backwards and see if there's other.
Yeah, case in point, the lady that had the locket.
Yeah.
Right.
Harper, can you do me a spot hidden? Because you're probably going to rewatch this murder tape a few times.
You really do. I mean, with any kind of film, it's really in the rewatch that you really start picking up on nuance. 08. Whew.
Oh, okay, yeah, you really pick up on those finer details.
Well, forensic scientist, of course.
For the art.
Not for the forensic science.
No.
And this is a dumb question, but we actually have the bodies.
Yeah, the bodies are.
Okay.
They'll be in the morgue by now.
Okay, so it's not a faked snuff film or anything like that. It's an actual snuff film.
They were very dead.
So, Harper, one thing you notice is at the beginning of this, because it's the uncut version, because you see everything. You saw them setting up for their scene. You saw them do their scene. And then that's when you notice that you wouldn't really have paid attention. No one really, especially if you're looking at but the killer comes from behind the camera. It's very hard to tell because it almost looks like he's coming from the door, but the more you look, it's coming from behind the camera. And it appears that all 3 of the actors are like talking to this person, waving, and then the carnage happened.
So they knew that they knew the killer.
Yeah.
Or they assumed they did anyway.
Yeah, you can assume, yeah.
And so, like, when they set up the scene, is it the 3 of them who set like the camera up on a tripod? Is there like an actual like production crew, like where there's sound people?
Yeah, you don't see a 4th person because the camera's already rolling. But you assume that if the person was behind the camera. He's been behind the camera from the start. They
Beginning.
were just getting prepared.
Do they see him coming, or are they busy doing their stuff so they don't see him
No,
coming?
they stop. They stop at some point, Myers, and then this person comes from behind the camera. And they all seem really friendly towards this figure. Well, they were friendly until he, just start killing them. But
Starts killing
that's fairly understandable.
That's very important then.
From behind the TV screen, because I'm not watching the screen, I asked the question of how did this guy physically take out 3 people without them stopping?
Well, he was quick. They're unarmed, and he had a knife.
So can we assume then
Very quick, very precise.
Can we assume then that there should be, if they know him, let's say situation 1, they hired him as a filmographer. Okay. There should be some physical evidence, letters, bills of, hiring somebody. There should be something that might tell us there. If he was a friend and maybe an occasional participant in their things, there should still be correspondence that exists, telephone calls. Perhaps we could, I don't know if the phone company, 1980s, did they keep track of who
Have
called
contract,
who?
surely.
I think so.
Yeah.
Was he wearing gloves?
Yeah, so he knew that he was going to get fingerprints. But he's given himself away. If he knew them, they knew him. Either way, whether they hired him or whether they know him, there's going to be traces of correspondence and things like that.
I'm not sure if this is the kind of business
this is
contract for, but
this is something interesting for us to consider. If you consider pornography as a genre, it's really audience centric. It's not really about the people in it. It's about pleasing the audience. And so when he gives this final gesture of staring into the camera, it's almost as if he's invited Myers and Wayland to watch.
Yeah,
you are the audience. You are the intended audience for this work.
Fortunately, most serial killers are actually idiots, and he doesn't realize how much he's giving away. He wants us to watch. He sent me that locket. He wants to give me a clue. He sent a dozen red roses.
We could check out florists.
How long is the murder tape?
The murder tape, this is where you might have fast forwarded and stuff, but it's about an hour.
There's no shame in fast forwarding through the boring parts.
So you skip through like the first 20-25 minutes to get to.
Did you look carefully?
Where did they get this camera from?
What if there's a mirror?
It's in the closet.
Well, yeah, it was in the victim's closet.
So they packed it up and put it away.
Or did they? Was that the vantage point?
No, I don't think it was.
No, they set up the camera and were using it. And when the killer turns the camera off, the viewpoint would have been somewhere else in the room, not from the closet. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it would have going by he would have once he turned the camera off, it would have gone back in. It would have gone into the closet. So
okay,
the closet would have been closed.
Okay.
So he didn't have to stand in the closet to get the vantage point to film. I'm with the door open.
Yeah, I just assumed.
It was normally just going by how it was. It would have been open and the camera slightly out, so they would have known he was there. It's not like it's not them privately.
There was one thing I was curious about: the amount of tapes. Is this something they've been doing like for years, or are there like 10 or 15 of them?
Probably years because there's some old like
Okay.
proper film.
So assuming that it was the
Golden
same
Age.
cameraman the whole
'Cause
time, they were
Looking
fairly
at
long time acquaintances.
because looking at Ken Gasaway's file, you'll see that he's like 59.
Wow. Good for him.
It sounds
And
like
I'm assuming the starlets that are in there, they're not superstars. Did any of them make it big?
No, not really. Most of them, probably if you looked them up, are either in jail or dead from overdose or just
this
disappeared.
Kent was not the springboard they were looking for.
also has some of the feeling of the Bob Crane situation back in '78. Hogan's Heroes,
Mhm.
also murdered during filming his own porn.
I'm wondering if the
And he was a big
cameraman
star.
and the star were in on killing together, or if just the cameraman was killing them, decided to kill him as well.
Is there any film footage of somebody with a mobile camera walking around the room filming?
Yes, there is.
So could there be two people in there?
But they're on because Hayes checked a bunch of the old ones, and there's either stationary filmed ones where you can see some slight movements, or there's some films that are fully got full
Any
movements.
Miss Harper, any mirrors in the room that might reflect the cameraman?
You read my mind.
Sounds like we need to give it another watch.
You can give it a
Yeah.
watch.
I try to avoid that. I would step out and see about directing our own lab people to do a full fingerprinting of everything that was in the room and of the previous murder scenes and see if we can start eliminating people and see if there are any unclaimed sets of fingerprints. And if we can get help on that, or if I have to start helping out with that, I will. I have no desire to look at another murder scene again.
You know, it's kind of crazy idea too, but maybe the area where we think that the killer was standing, we could see if there's any kind of fibers or that might indicate clothing. I mean, it might lead to nothing, but it also might lead to he likes to wear Armani suits, and they could identify him for us.
Does the
So
guy
does-
had
do
an
we get-
outfit that said, "Did you enjoy the show?" Do you think that's hand stitched or was that professionally done? Is there, I don't know, what would you call it, a wardrobe department that may have done something like this and something else?
That'd be an odd thing to do.
Angels
in a
Delight,
wardrobe.
was this like some stock
Like a
outfits
slogan
that
or
they had?
something.
Does it look like something stitched on, or does it look like something he threw together just to taunt the people?
It's all right. Let me. No, I'll give you this one. You've done a lot. You've done a lot of good theorizing here. So, no, yeah, it's stitched on, but it's not. It looking at it, it's not profession.
It's not professional.
Professionally stitched.
Probably something he made himself. Okay.
He's definitely taunting us.
And like the departing message, the blood on the wall, like I am watching you. It's almost, if in the end, he's kind of reversing the situation on the viewer. In actuality, you are the art of the voyeur.
Yeah.
You think that you're consuming the art, but really you're becoming the art.
That's really fascinating. I think maybe we should go question some people, maybe try and learn something useful.
Yeah. Maybe even the neighbors of the house could tell us if they saw somebody there, somebody they didn't recognize.
Well, I heard you have corpses here, right?
We do have the bodies in the morgue. Yep.
Ooh, where are those?
Do you want to see the bodies, or did you want to
I'd
check the
love
murder
to.
scene
I'd
for?
love to, Detective Hayes.
Did you want to see the bodies, or did you want to go see the murder scene to collect evidence where the guy may have been standing?
I think
I want to do
forensics.
both of those things,
Which first?
but the bodies are here, so might as well see the bodies while I'm here, right? See the bodies. Get
Why
some
don't you
more of
see
this
the
black
bodies?
coffee. It was excellent.
Sure. I will. Do you want the coffee while you're seeing the bodies? We go to the bodies first, and I bring you coffee.
Sounds like a good combination to me. Coffee and bodies. Let's do
Good.
it. Let's make it
I
happen.
will drop off our forensic expert with the bodies, so I don't actually have to see the bodies. I will go and get coffee, bring it back, and I think I will go try to follow up with, trying to see if we can figure out who that one living actress was.
Yeah.
Right?
They're
Like,
kind of like believes
partner.
that is this important actress that seems to be tied to the other one somehow. We think it's the cameraman, the killer's associate, a longtime associate of Gasaway, and we have the production place itself. Check out.
Well, then the one that was living that we don't know is dead yet. That was her locket, right?
Yeah.
Physical evidence tied to that one that might give us a clue.
Yeah. I'm not sure if that is relevant in some way or if the killer just happened to have her locket, but we should find out.
I also pick up while I'm getting coffee. I'm sure there's donuts that's not too far away. I would actually take the extra time to help out and bring pastries to the morgue with the coffee because that's got to go well together.
So civilized.
Civilized. Waylon, while everyone is doing their little bits, one of the officers comes up to you and says, Courier dropped this off for you.
Courier.
Yeah.
I'll
Here.
I'll pick it up.
It's a letter.
What courier has it come from?
You know, the more I think about it, it looked like courier agency down the road, you know, the one that's tied to us. When I think
A
about it,
local op.
the uniform was a bit off. Oh, yeah. Please
Do you want to
don't.
see if you can follow that person? Like now?
Yeah.
Yeah, he runs off.
Mm-hmm. And I'll open it up.
Okay, so there's a letter, but there is a parcel with the letters.
Well, the parcel's going straight to the bomb squad.
Okay,
The
that's
letter, however, I'm going to open up.
okay. The letter, similar handwriting that you're used to, and it just says, "Enjoying the show. I know you must be. I've got more for you.
My
Why don't
cup
you come
runneth
and
over.
see?"
Yeah. Just as much fun as an IRS audit. Yeah. I'll fold it up and put it back in the envelope.
This time, by the way, it was signed Savior rather than.
Mm-hmm. Fair enough. So he alternates, so
Okay.
I'll still just refer to him as IRS all the time. Or IBS, one of the two.
I'll stick with the bomb squad looking at the package, and they open it. There's nothing explosive in there. And there is another locket.
I think someone may have sent something to me rather than Nina. Open it up.
There's a picture of you in there, Nick.
Hmm.
Oh,
But it's one of those bigger lockets. It's a bigger locket, so there's actually like 5 little gaps in there. Well, there's
like the
actually
family.
6. There's 3 on each. There's 1 blank. Well, I says blank. It's a very dark picture, and you can't figure out what's there. But there's a picture of you. There's a picture of Harper. There's a picture of Myers, and there's a picture of Cruz and Hay.
My mom actually had a locket like that. it would open up in half, and then it would have two leaves that would fold out of each one, so that she had my dad, my two sisters, and my brother and I in it.
For when you need to carry around a portable photo album. Yeah.
Yeah, it was about, and maybe a 3/4 of an inch, because they're very small little inset pictures.
Do we recognize the photos? I mean, obviously we recognize ourselves, but like, can we tell, like, was that taken today, like recently?
No,
Or
they're
is
like
it like a stock photo of
they're
us
like
from a file?
professional photos.
Okay. So he wasn't just now spying on us.
Except from Nina's, which is a more personal because she's in her towel. Like you can see like the top of her towel and the tiny.
Oh, right. Mhm.
Agent
Hold on a second.
Myers?
There's a picture of me in the lock with the towel.
Yeah, not necessarily you this, not just so to put it, not necessarily you from this morning, but
Okay.
you at some point in a towel.
Through my window, maybe, or
Yeah, potentially.
fuck.
Agent Myers, did you happen to know someone in high school or college who was part of the photo club or, the theater club at all, who might be 6'1" and has red eyes or whatever eye color we were able to determine?
People I knew from high school, I don't know anymore. That was a long time ago.
Anybody like murdering small animals, maybe?
And I don't think the guy's eyes are red. Come on, I mean, it's a reflection of light in the camera.
I think there's a whole list of tick boxes here. It's did they get abused as a child? Tick. Did they murder small animals? Tick.
So
This is odd, and these look like lockets that somebody would have had, not
yeah,
brand new lockets.
no, they're definitely. So this is more of a family locket. So this locket definitely belonged to someone with a large family or someone who wanted to keep their family close.
Unless it's a staged prop. Have forensics take the pictures out of the frame and see if the person, it's hard to do that kind of stuff with gloves on. Maybe there's a thumbprint or a fingerprint on the photo itself.
Yeah, yeah. Their forensics will deal with it because Harper's very busy with coffee, donuts, and corpses.
Coffee, donuts, and corpses. That's a winning combination.
Sounds like a fun evening.
Agent Myers, what high school and what year did you go to high school and what high school was it?
What, me?
Yeah.
Oh, I went to Gardenia High School, and that was 19. I don't know what year it is. What year is it here?
85
Yeah,
or something.
985.
85. Shit, I have to do math. 85. I'm 25. So that year.
78.
The whole game is math, just improv and math.
78.
78, 7 years ago.
I'm going to see if I can get her high school yearbook, 1 or 2 years, senior or whatnot, and see if I can take a look at people who were in the photo club, the people that are walking around with cameras.
Any
Just
club
to
photos
clarify,
of the agent with some creepy guy lurking in the background, maybe?
you would have to get some jurisdiction because her class folder would be tied to Nebraska rather than.
Oh, that's right. I was in Nebraska.
Yeah,
Hey,
you
your
would-
book
I
agent
forgot about that.
As Thom lists a high school in LA.
It has an identical one in Nebraska. An identical.
It's important.
Gardenia High School, Nebraska.
Because Riverside.
It's right in the middle of a cornfield.
In the yearbook, they've got those things like most likely to be president, person most likely to get highest grades. We're just going to look for the entry that's most likely to be a serial killer and find the person we're looking for right there.
Well,
It turns out Nina was actually voted most likely to be stalked by a serial killer.
I'm looking for the phrase, did you enjoy the show?
Case closed.
Creepy.
Like underneath someone's high school yearbook picture.
Hmm.
It sounds like something that's deep seated in their psyche.
Or we need to find a copy of that yearbook where they've cut out Nina's picture. Find who that is. That's who we're looking for.
So,
As Jack slowly grows more and more concerned.
I'd ask Agent Myers, how long have you been receiving these presents?
about a month.
So
No,
A
but
few-
only
a few
this
months.
one is a present. The others
Yeah.
have
Right.
been.
You've been getting probably for over a year, but every so often, every other month or whatever, maybe even longer, a couple years.
I thought it was amusing at first, but now it's just plain weird.
And does that timeline line up with the start of the killings? Did they also start about a year ago?
No, but it actually lines up with when she started working with Waylon.
Okay.
Hey, don't look at me like that.
W is not an S. So,
No, and I can't afford that shit on my pay packet. So,
actually, how old is your character?
52, I think.
Oh, you're twice my age.
Scandalous.
You're only as young as the woman you feel. So.
Daddy Wayland.
Don't say that. Ugh.
When you were 25, I wasn't existing.
Okay, so obviously Harper's spending some time with bodies. Waylon has been dealing with a package. Myers and Hayes have been discussing um theories. Cruz, what are you currently doing?
I want to, I don't know if we're going to leave soon, but I want to try and call this production company, and maybe even fax them over once I have somebody on the line, obviously some kind of boss that I can talk to, maybe fax them over pictures. That's the thing at this point, right? In the 80s, these pictures of
Yeah,
the killer and maybe that woman as well that we're
yeah,
looking
fax,
for.
yeah. So you ring. We'll cut. You ring along,
Mhm.
and you just get no response.
Of course.
You try every 10 minutes, 20 minutes, no response. But it's ringing through, but you're just not getting any response.
Okay. All right. So we got to go down there then. That's our best lead on pretty much all of our leads are connected to that place.
Okay. So what are you all going to do?
Well, I don't know what Harper is up to, but I want to go there then. I couldn't do it over the phone, so I need to go there.
Oddly enough, I'm also going to Harper. Just because
Myers is
I
going to Harper.
feel safer around Harper.
Okay, Myers is with Harper. Hayes, are you gonna go with Cruz?
I'm going to go with my partner, and I recommend, hey, Jack, I know you don't like wearing it. I think you might want to put on your vest before we leave.
I'll put it in the car with us. I might put it on.
Sure, I'll drive. You're
Before
going?
that, Waylon, what are you doing? Are you staying with your two, or are you
I was thinking of doing a bit of a deep dive on research.
okay?
So if they want to do stuff out in the field, I'll be back at the office, either with the LAPD or back at our own office, looking into this Angel Delight company, particularly trying to get an idea of when they were incorporated, who runs the company, where does the money come from.
Yeah.
He's doing the whole Woodward and Bernstein follow the money trail.
Yeah, you're
But
okay. Yeah, you're doing like you'll do the deep dive. The other
Hmm.
two are going to there, but you'll get some information. But we'll come to and you in a minute, and we'll come to you two in a moment. We'll stick with Myers and Harper. Waylon, we'll say that you go back to FBI headquarters.
In 85, are we on pagers?
Are you on pages then?
Yeah, do we have pagers or I don't
Yeah,
think we
yeah.
have.
Yeah, we have pagers.
Yeah. We can.
I would trade the pagers with everybody in case we have something new, so we can ring each other.
Okay, so um, Waylon will be back in his nice office rather than in stinky LAPD office. Cruz and Hayes are going down to Angel Delight's warehouse. But I'll stick with Myers and Harper down in the morgue.
Cool.
Donut, coffee.
Sure. Yeah. This are you going to excise or cut them open, or
The
have you already
mortician
done that?
the mortician.
The morticians beat me to it as I dunked
Yeah,
a glazed donut into the
He's
coffee.
also, by the way, the mortician is like carving and eating at the same time. Like
Sure,
there's no
so
why
like,
not?
jealous.
there's no like hygiene here. It's
So
very
Ava, can I let you in on some stuff? I'm really freaking unnerved about receiving these things at my home.
Yeah, that's generally a bad sign.
And I don't know if it's just general paranoia on my part, but Detective Hayes is freaking me the fuck out.
He's an odd one, isn't he?
He
Little,
just
a
grilled me
little
on,
chipper, very people pleasy.
well, and he just grilled me on where I went to high school and shit. And why is the detective afraid of looking at blood? Or it doesn't make any sense. He's freaking me. He thinks he doth protest too much.
Hmm.
It wouldn't be the
Hamlet.
first time that a cop was involved in some
Meanwhile,
kind
the
of weird.
mortician takes a very
Right,
loud
if
sip of coffee.
if somebody wants a tiny little picture of you to put in lockets to send like a weirdo, your book's a good place to get them.
I don't know. We got to keep our eyes on that guy.
Yeah, he's a little too amiable. Wants to make sure everybody likes him. It's on the
Are
good
you-
side.
Are you two done with the girly chat? I'm trying to cut up a corpse here.
Oh, shut up!
Just business.
You can't. What?
That's-
We're distracting you. I
We're
mean,
not talking.
isn't
I'm
the
not
corpse
talking
just
that
enough
loud.
to hold your attention?
All of
What
a
kind of
sudden,
mortician are you? You have no respect for the profession.
I have all the respect for the profession. And then and then he takes a very loud sip, and a officer comes in and goes, "Hey, Bruce, you okay?" "Yeah, I'm all right." And yeah, he walks back out. And you notice on his name badge, he's got a name badge on. It says B. Melnichuk on it.
Oh, from the Melnichuk clan.
Yeah.
Hmm.
They're like giants
And
in the field.
yeah, he's a very tall,
Very tall man.
he's a very tall mortician, and he goes into his little side office and just leaves you with an open corpse. Very unprofessional.
Feel like you're dealing with amateurs here. Amateur. Is there anything interesting about the body? I mean, besides the obvious, of course.
Not really. Obviously one is missing the heart, but that is because it was shoved into the mouth.
I saw this on a TV show once. That's a thing for an FBI agent to say. I go over and I look at her or her fingernails to see if there's like any skin residue or anything if she's scratched or
He do me a look roll. Do me a look roll.
Or fibers or something.
Yeah.
90. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm no forensic scientist.
You have the thought, but you're just like, oh, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what it would have looked like in the first place. So
Then all of a sudden another cop comes down, probably the same cop who just came down. He goes, agents, there's a woman here.
Yes.
Says she wants to speak to people investigating the Buto murder.
Huh.
Huh.
Huh. Huh.
Let's go.
Yeah, her name's
Put her in. Put her in.
Question for you, Officer Melanchok. Has there been
I'm-
any press release about this murder?
I'm not Officer Melnichuk.
Oh, Officer, whatever your name
Harwood.
is.
That's Officer Harwood.
Yeah, I'm
Officer Harwood. Is that watermelon stain on it? Never mind.
I just had watermelon, okay? I can't help it. It's so good.
You have ketchup on your face?
Yeah, just a little bit right here.
A hot day, maybe.
Put him in an interrogation room, or put her in an interrogation room.
Okay, yes, I will do. I think it's the sister or something. I don't know.
Get her a Butterfinger or something.
Okay, and yeah,
A watermelon emoji.
What's that?
I don't know.
Oh yeah, he goes off.
Right.
What are you
That's an
Fellas.
inside joke. Nobody's gonna understand.
No.
Sorry, everybody.
Let's go see what this woman has to say.
Okay.
Good cop, bad cop. You're the better bad cop by far.
Obviously.
Of course, it's a skill.
Okay. So I will now go to. I'll go to Wayland first. You're by yourself, so I'll go to you first.
Uh-huh.
So you're back. Do me a library. Libraries.
Ooh, let's see what I've got in this. I'm actually fairly good. So, of course, the dice are going to screw me. No, 41 is good. That's a regular success for me.
Okay, so you were obviously going into the deep dive. The current owner, which we already discussed, is Sam Raley. Sam Raley is the current owner of Angel's Delight. Before that, we had Thom Hudak before, and that was the person who founded. But Thom died about the age 70. So he founded a good 40 years ago Angel's Delight. And
Interesting.
the past 20 years they've been doing low budget splatter films, grindhousey style films. 10 years prior they tried to go 10 years after their beginning they tried to go mainstream. But before that they did what they call dramatic romance films, which is basically porn with a little bit of extra drama to it. Try to make it flashing.
It was the 50s and 60s.
Yeah.
So, okay, so nothing particularly out of the ordinary there. Looking up anything in regards to what maybe media imprint they've made. So any news articles they appear in, anything that the directors or any names that come up in particular connected with the company, maybe either not so directors, but maybe shareholders, or maybe that just well-known people that are faces of the company.
Yeah, you see Kent Gassaway a lot. He's someone you see a lot. And you also see someone called Max DePolis appear quite a bit. He seemingly is one of the big like I got hold it. Damn it. Oh my gosh, so close. He's one of the biggest people who giving money and has done for about 25 years.
I see he's the bank roller.
Yeah, especially the past 25 years. Before that, you're not sure where the money, because the money trail kind of loops all over the place and out of the country, seemingly, and then back in, and it's very weird because some of it doesn't make sense.
I am pretty good on the accounting front. Would that be an accounting roll to try and make a
You
bit more
can do
sense
me
of
an
it?
accounting roll, but it'll need to be a good accounting roll. An extremely good accounting roll.
Yeah, I'm not going to push that then. So no, that's just a fail.
Okay. What I can give you is the media attention has been really negative. Had a lot of blasting about how possible abuse towards the actors and actresses. Um, the fact that a lot of drug abuse, alcohol abuse came out of these. Um, Negativity towards their style of filming, and how it's not suitable.
This is Hollywood. You know that's kind of standard operating procedure, drugs
Yep.
and such on set.
It's you yourself know it's just bullshit, basically. They're just being hypocrites.
Mm-hmm. Damn
You
right.
yourself know that. But these are people openly doing things like this, so they're the bad guys.
Anyone connected with the company that's got a criminal record?
The only one is, funnily enough, Max de Polis has an assault charge, an assault and battery charge on his.
Logged against who?
Uh, you actually see it's redacted. The name is redacted, and a lot of that file is redacted.
Is that because it's a closed court case or
You
a
would
sealed
assume so.
case?
You would assume so, just going by the file itself that's in your archive, the file itself. You would assume, going by the labeling and that, it's court sealed.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I may well send that higher up the chain to get authorization to have that record unlocked.
Yes.
So if he has a criminal record, he suddenly became one of the higher priority suspects.
Indeed. As you're getting that sorted, because you're pretty well, so you might be able to get through bureaucracy a little bit quicker than normal. But I will go to Cruz and Hayes. You arrive at the warehouse, and it's to put it bluntly, it's a shithole. It's an absolute dive. Every building around it is just grimy and dirty. There's you could definitely see there's people who are clearly drug dealers out in the open.
And so, Jack, you called ahead and no one answered.
Yeah. Call went through and nobody picked up.
How much you bet no one's going to answer when we knock either?
We kind of
If,
sighed.
if that's the case, can you provide me a little bit of cover and maybe I can work some magic on a lock?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see what we got. So yeah, we're gonna try. We're gonna try and go in the normal way at least.
Okay,
Is
yeah.
it open?
Before I say that, I'll just describe the front. It's as I said, it's dirty. You can't really tell what colors they used to be, but it does have a sign, Angel's Delight, but the delight is crooked, so it kind of just bends down a bit.
Does
Um,
anybody look like they're going to jack our car?
you honestly think anyone around you could go and jack your car while you're away? It's pretty dodgy.
I'll make sure I at least lock it.
Gonna be up on blocks when we get back.
Yeah, so yeah,
Go to,
you
go to the
do
front
you
door.
yeah,
Yeah.
do you go to open it or do you knock or
Go to the front door and see if it's unlocked
Yeah.
first,
um yeah, funnily enough it is unlocked.
because it's a public
Yeah.
business,
It's their
right?
office.
Yeah, it's
So,
unlocked.
um, unobtrusively, casually, just open the door, walk in.
Yeah, let's
Hopefully
go.
don't walk into an ambush.
Okay. Yeah,
Wow.
you walk into a little reception area, but there's cobwebs. Um, you can even see some cockroaches, but there's still a woman behind the desk at the reception. She looks about 19, 20. She's just there, looking at her nails, not really caring that she's in this dirty environment. She's just
Is
lost in
she
her own thought.
modestly, non-modestly, well
Uh,
dressed, or casual
m-
clothing?
Modestly from what you can see, just from an upper perspective, but if you were to get, she's wearing a very, very short skirt.
I would. I'm younger than my partner, and he's way too old for her. So I would go up and smile and uh, is anybody working today? We tried to call ahead, or at least my partner did. I'm Carl.
You just get no response.
We're with the
She's just, she's
LAPD.
just she kind of looks up at you and then looks back down.
You serious?
She looks back up at you and then down.
Are we on camera? Are there any security cams here?
Not from what you can see, no.
Is there anybody that we can talk to?
She just looks back up at you.
There's another door, I assume, deeper into
Yeah,
the building.
there is
I'm just
another
gonna
door.
go. I'm already tired of this.
Guys, I need to go on mute for a second. My dogs are starting to cry, which
That
means
is
they need to go out.
fine because you guys going through that door means we can take a quick bio break anyway.
Okay.
My
Just remember you went through
Chihuahua
there.
is very happy about that.
5 minutes later.
So, Hayes and Cruz, you go through the double doors. You are in a corridor. There's nothing on the left, but on the right there are several doors and there are windows looking in. A lot of them look like filming rooms. They're all very dirty and slimy, but there's like mattresses and stuff set up
Is this now
around.
peep show? Peep show
Uh,
type stuff?
well, you can see through this window, but there's a door. There's no way else to get into that room. So to get into those rooms, you got to go through this door. But yeah, you get that
And is
feeling
there,
that
and
people can watch
is
while.
there like glass in the door itself that you can look through, like a window?
It's just window. It's just a window to the side of the door that looks in.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so it's put out.
So we
Um,
can look through the window to see what's in the room without actually having to go into the room.
yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
And there's about three of these, and then there's a fourth and fifth door, and there's another door right at the end, directly in front of you. The fourth and fifth door are set up more like proper shooting uh rooms. They don't look as well, one's actually more of an editing suite, it looks like. But let's say the fourth one, that's more of a regular shooting room. Not set up for anything scandalous.
I do the kind of a hand gesture to my partner and point to myself to take the lead, or I ask if, Finger, do you want to take the lead? And I give backup. The standard, if you're looking at a door, you want someone else to look the other way to make sure no one sneaks up on you.
You're taking this far more seriously than I am. I still think we're in some scummy movie studio. I'm just kind of like, come on. I'm just walking down the hallway. I'm glancing indoors until I see somebody. He's trying
Okay,
to,
then I will follow the lead of my partner and make sure no one is sneaking up on us.
Okay. Cruz. The only door you've got left to really check is the one that was directly in front of you. At the
Mhm.
end of the corridor, the rest of the rooms are empty, basically. It's all grimy and slimy and questionable stains around the place.
Mhm.
Maybe a bit of dried blood here and there, but very dried. So yeah, you just got this one door. It's a single door, not a double.
I go up to it and I open it.
Okay, you open it, and it seems like a little break room,
Mhm.
and there's a double glass door, and there's windows either side that look into a meeting room, and at the end there seems to be a bigger office. There
Mhm.
is someone at the other end, but there's also someone in this break room as well.
Okay.
Uh, it's a man, uh, bushy beard, uh, bald, and he just sat there.
Does he notice us at all?
Yeah, he notices you. He kind of looks up and just goes, "You what?" And he says it like that. "You what?" He's definitely English. He's not American.
It doesn't match the accent of the "Do you enjoy the show?"
He didn't say that, did he? It was just
No.
on his clothes.
Yeah, just on his clothes. He didn't say it.
Okay.
Ah,
He does have tattoos on him. He looks a bit like he could be a boxer.
I'm gonna say, I'm Cruz. This is Hayes with the LAPD. You got a boss here we can talk to?
Yeah, he's in the back. He's a bit busy though.
Yeah, I bet he is.
um,
I'm
could
Mick,
we have
by the
had
way.
pictures?
I didn't ask.
Could we have had pictures with us
Why
of
you?
the a couple of the people that we were going to check into, like the one woman that had the locket?
Hang on a minute. What are you on about?
Okay, that was to the keeper.
Okay, that's all right then. I just took it in character.
Yeah.
Say it again, because I
Can we have had the pictures that we had gotten from the video
yeah
of the
yeah
one that
yeah
we're
yeah
looking
yeah.
for?
yeah.
Okay. Then I'll just follow my partner.
Yeah, I want to go right to the top on this one, so to speak. See,
He's
I'm going into
he
the next
steps
thing.
in. He steps in your way. He's uh-uh. I don't care if you're law or not. No.
I
I
look I look
don't know
around
what's
here.
wrong with you people. What do you mean 3 seconds to get out of my way? Because I'm already tired of whatever's going on here. I roll like intimidate or something.
Yeah, you can
Are
do
there any
a little bit.
cameras? Are there
Yeah,
any cameras in this room?
where is it? There is a camera in this room.
I'm just talking to him.
You
I'd
can
like
do
to
an
try and intimidate him to
Yeah,
get
you
out of
can
the
do.
way.
Yeah.
I would like to block the camera with my body.
There you go.
Okay.
I knew I taught you something.
Now he's a big tattooed Englishman.
I actually have 55 and intimidate, but again, a 97 is not very good. So
Right. You come in to my territory, wanting to talk to my boss, and you think I'm gonna let you go in when he's busy? No. Now sit down and wait. You might be coppers, but you're on my territory now.
people are all insane. What's wrong with these people?
Like I say, I'll get where I can block the camera.
So what's it gonna be? You're gonna sit down and wait?
No, no, I'm not gonna do that. I asked him quite nicely, in my opinion, to get out of my way. I'm gonna swing at him.
You're gonna swing at him.
You threatened me.
That's fair. He will block this first swing. So well he will go to block.
That is much better. My fighting brawl is 70, and I got a 30, so that is a hard success.
Well, I got an 02 in the block.
Come on.
Oh my gosh.
Finally rolls good.
And he
So was
blocks.
that a fighting back or was that just a
He was just
block?
blocking, but he is going to now go for a proper punch at you. He doesn't care that you're a copper.
All right. My brawl is higher than my dodge, so I will fight back.
Okay.
Woo! That's much better.
I just got a hard. So.
Let's see. Yeah, 70. So I rolled a 14, which is exactly an extreme.
Okay. Yeah, roll some damage.
Oh, is that an impale?
No, I'm just punching him. So that is a crit though, right? So max damage.
That's a crit, yeah.
All right.
That'd
I
be a hell of
have
a fist if he could impale with it.
Yeah.
That would be one. Yeah, it's just max.
All right. I have a D3 with a D4 damage bonus, so that's 7.
Yes. He's still up. He's still up. He's a bit
I
worse for wear, but he's
All right.
I adjust the camera to look at the ceiling.
Yeah.
he
All
looks like he's taken a few punches before.
I respect him a little bit now because I gave him a real good one right across the chin. He's still standing, so he's tough at least. I'll give him
He's a
that.
big bloke. He's like 6'5", 6'6".
Partner, do you need help?
I mean, he swung at me, so you're well within your rights to dogpile on him now.
Okay. Like I say, I had hopefully moved the camera up. I will try to see if I can aid my partner in
Okay.
overwhelming him.
Okay. Yeah, you can go for a grapple on him if you want, or
Okay.
if you,
I think
or are you gonna try and punch him up as well, or are you just gonna try and grab?
I'm going to back up my partner on that. So I'm going to try to like assist my partner in hitting him. I don't do much damage.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go try to hit.
Okay, so roll me
34
34.
brawl,
Let me.
and my brawl is 65. So I think it's 65. Double checking.
Almost.
Fighting. Yep, 65. So I'm 2 off of a hard success. I think I would spend the 2 points
If you need to.
to
Yes.
make a hard success.
What? I will say yes because I rolled a normal, so you will. Yes, so you will succeed. So you can roll some damage.
Okay. Well, it is a D3, I believe. 3,
Hey.
5 on the
Yeah,
die.
you just get a nice swift punch, and Mick goes falling, and he actually falls back into the doors, and they swing open.
I will then hold the door open for my partner to go through. He's the lead investigator.
Feeling a lot better about this now. So we go into the what is the conference room or something you said?
Yeah, you go for a conference room that leads into the main office.
And yeah, I can see that he's in the office or whatever behind the frosted glass or whatever.
Yeah, you can see just about. You could do me a spot hidden though as you're
Okay.
getting closer.
Is that to both of us as we're moving forward?
Yeah, both of you can do.
Okay, spot hidden 65.
Good thing it's so high. I rolled a 70 out of 75, so just a regular success for me.
Okay.
26 out of 65, so it's a hard.
Okay, yeah, you both see that the person when you first came in, you could kind of see that they were lower, but they are now higher. And yeah, you see a shotgun. You see, and then you hear the ka-chunk. And then you hear a voice saying, "Get the fuck out of my studio."
Okay, it's got a lot more complicated.
Whoever the fuck you are, you think you can come in here, knock out my guard, come barging in?
LAPD, robbery, homicide.
I don't give a fuck who you are.
I will follow by law. I should like announce that I'm a cop, right? I'll
Yeah.
check if I need to roll my law.
No, that is correct. You have announced.
Okay.
You wouldn't have had to knock out your employee if you hired a single person who wasn't a complete jackass. But we're here now, and we have some questions for you. So I suggest you put the gun down, or we can put you on the floor too, and then take all of you assholes to prison for all I care. I get another shot of my intimidate.
You can have a shot of your intimidate, yeah.
I really want to get a good one because I never have any characters with intimidation at all. So
Uh,
80. That is a regular success this time, 30 out of 55.
Okay. You kind of see that he begins to shake, and then he just starts laughing. Oh, little cop thinks he's all big.
we're here about
Come any
investigating.
closer, and I will shoot.
We're investigating a multiple homicide. Do you really want the press to come in after this?
They're gonna come either way. Yeah, he just there with the shotgun.
Perception. Did it actually sound like a shell was racking, or was it just the click? Because it sounds like a pop, right?
You're slick.
It did not sound like a pop. No. So
There's no
your
other
brain
possible way to get around this guy, right? It's just a hallway that leads to this office.
Yeah, it's just a hallway straight in. But no, Hayes, you are onto something. You're pretty sure he could be bluffing. Not 100% sure.
Uh, well, I will slowly actually reveal my badge. You know, pull aside the coat. You are going to need to put the shotgun down, or I will put you down. You have to the count of three.
Do me a
3,
persuade roll.
2.
Do me a persuade.
Excellent. I have a 70, and this is now when I'm going to roll a 99, I can tell. 73, it's a failure. I seem to be spending luck like it's nothing. I will
So
spend
what?
3 luck.
You know, why not? Yeah. Because
45 now.
Cruz tried to intimidate him earlier. He was joking around a bit. We could say his guard's dropped a bit, so he sits back down, but he's holding on to the shotgun. He's not pointing it at you anymore.
Then I
but he
will
has
not
sat
have.
back down.
Then I will not have I will not put my hand on my gun at this. So it's like, okay, he's not pointing it directly. He's still holding it. I will slowly pull out pictures.
Sit down. You have 2 minutes.
Okay, cool. Then I'll sit down. I'll then hand the pictures over to my partner and let him take control. It says he's the lead.
The audacity of these people is astounding me.
Hey, bro. Yeah, it's what it is. Caricatures of these people, you know. Exaggeration.
So yeah, I'm gonna show them the printouts we have of the woman the necklace came from, as well as the masked killer. And basically like, do you know these people? Do you recognize either of them?
Well,
And who are you? I'm Detective Hayes.
Yeah, I should probably find that out too.
I'm Sam Raley.
You run a tight ship.
Normally, yes. Most of the crew have gone after a lot of these deaths, which is why I don't like you guys in my territory.
I think someone might be trying to kill your employees, or may have been one of your employees.
Possibly the man in all black. That's our cameraman. He's called. We only know him as Savior. Everything's done. Right, I'm giving you information here, and he puts his shotgun away as well, or he will give it to one of you.
Oh, he can keep it. I don't care. I take out my notepad, and can you spell that cameraman's name?
I
'Cause I'm
take the
just gonna write
shotgun. I care.
He says, "I will only continue if you promise you will not arrest you."
We're not
I
interested
have
in
some form
busting
of immunity.
some freaking softcore porn dealer or whatever it is you're doing here. I don't care. We're trying to track down somebody who's killed like going on 10 people now.
You haven't killed anybody. I don't care either.
Okay.
I have my notepad out.
Problem is, I can't really help you on who he is because we do everything through loopholes. He always contacts us from a different phone, and all the money is dropped off at different locations. It's all discreet.
And it's all
Everything
cash.
is, yeah, all cash. And it's all rewired through various bank accounts.
So you have no name or meaningful contact information for this guy?
Nope. It's all under, he's like well, we like to think he's like a ghost, because one minute he's there and the next he's gone.
Can you
Yeah.
describe him at least? What he looks like under the mask?
Never seen him under the mask. He always wears it.
You hired a masked cameraman.
Hey, the guy came to us. Yeah.
Have you
He
seen
didn't
his
even
hands?
he didn't even say a word. He literally wrote it down on a bit of paper.
Have you seen his hands?
No,
So he's always wearing gloves as well.
he's always covered.
When was the last time you saw him?
They came here just before the recent gas away shoot.
Hey,
Could you tell if he was white, black, Asian?
anything?
He has a little think. I don't think he's white.
Okay. Well, that narrows it down, I guess. Can you give us
I can't
literally
really help you.
anything to help us find this guy? Did he like to go to a certain pub after a shoot? Did you see him reading books?
There's a reason we called him the
Anything?
ghost. He came in,
ghost.
he did his job, he disappeared.
Mhm.
No personality to them. That's what we like in this industry.
Mhm.
He comes, he does his job, disappears. No one will trace him back to us. No, especially if it goes on the market, the not so legal market.
Yeah.
It's easier for us to cover our backs.
Okay.
Easier for him to cover his back.
Yeah. Okay. He's the ghost. Got it. What about the woman?
Who have you shown? Which
We had a
one?
picture. We
The one
had
that,
pictures of both
Yeah.
of them, the killer and the
Okay,
woman.
that's
The
right.
woman with the
Okay.
necklace that they got the
Okay.
necklace from. So yeah, we'll show him that next then. He has no relevant information about this guy.
Yeah, he takes one look at her and he's like, yeah, she was around for a couple of jobs, but she got a little handsy.
Isn't that the
A little
job?
too hands. No, not with the crew, with the cameraman, and we never saw her again. Second
did
shoot, we never saw her again. We know
did
that he
she
pushed her. He pushed her because she was trying to advance on. Don't know why.
Did
She
she
was coming
have
on to
a
him.
name? Sorry. Did she have a name or an address that she dropped?
Uh, I can have a look in my files, but it's in that filing cabinet. It'll take me a little while. I don't exactly have it all alphabetized in neat piles, so you're
Yeah.
gonna have to give me a little while.
If if you wanted and so that you didn't have to go through it yourself, I could do that so you wouldn't have to waste your time.
That would be perfect.
What's her name?
They said I can't remember.
How are we gonna find the file then?
Her
She
picture
probably
will
got a
be in one of the
headshot.
files.
Okay, we'll go through all the files looking for this woman's headshot.
But it's easier than you think. All the photos are paper clipped to the front of the file.
Oh, that's something at
So,
least.
So see if I since I looked at all of the porn, look for whoever I saw in the most recent porn shots or the most recent films and the one with the necklace.
okay.
We know who those people are.
While you're doing that, I am going to go to Myers and Harper.
Okay.
So good cop, bad cop.
Yeah. Do we have a
Okay.
name? Do we have a name on this person?
Not not until you get up there into the room. You won't.
Somebody should have gotten a name, though.
Yeah, this is a
They do have a name. It will be there. He
Okay.
was going to tell you, but you kind of dismissed
insinuated
dismissed him,
his
so
relationship with watermelon emojis.
yeah.
There's
So
got to be
he
some.
didn't tell you.
There's got to be some paperwork though already.
Yeah. Um. So you see that it's now I'm trying to You see that it's Jen
Exactly what I was
Kruger.
thinking.
Jen Jen Kruger is the name. You notice
Ah,
that it's the married name. Kruger is the married name. She is married to Riley Kruger.
so as I step into the room, I approach. I say, good morning. I'm FBI agent, Special Agent Nina Myers. Are you Riley? I'm not sorry, Jen Kruger.
Yes.
Yes, this is FBI agent Ava Harper. Um, we're here to ask you some questions. Do you need anything?
Oh no,
Something to drink?
they got me some water. I'm fine.
Excellent. Well, we were told that you showed up and you had something to tell us. Do you have any questions before you want to tell us?
Uh, no, I'm fine. I'd rather just get to the so
Okay.
Alyssa.
Before you begin, you are of course not under any kind of suspicion or arrest, but I do need to read you your Miranda rights so that you understand. Uh, Anything that you
Okay.
say can and will be held against you in a court of law, and I don't know the rest, so I just read them to you. Do you
Yes.
understand what I've told you?
Yes, I understand.
Okay. So tell us what your story is.
Um, well, Alyssa Buto is my younger sister. Or, sorry, was my younger sister. Um, so I knew she was into that industry. She was trying to get me into it, but I have kids, I have a husband, I don't need that extra money. I don't need that lifestyle. But I noticed that she was becoming more distant. She was hanging out with this other woman who was she was blonde as well. I don't know how to describe her. She was a bit crazy, psycho.
A little over
She
the
got
top.
into a lot of arguments.
Do you
Yeah.
know what her name was?
I, I all I know is that she's blonde. She worked at a bar called Harper's. Uh,
Your
she had
sister never
distinct
mentioned her
eyes.
name?
She had purple eyes. Well, no, my
Purple.
sister just referred to as the crazy bitch.
Oh.
They were friends, and she hung around, but went around me like a different girl. Um,
Did you ever actually see this girl physically?
I've never. I've seen like the back of her because they came to our house. Because she would babysit the kids, so I'd see the back of her and but never the chats.
Do you think
But
that they were in a relationship? Something more serious than just friends?
possibly, possibly. Not a very nice one. My kids are my kids are always like she wasn't very nice to them when looking after her. Quite
Who
harsh.
informed you about Alyssa's condition?
Well, that's the thing. I knew before the cops even told me because she froze it on the table. It's the letter. This came.
Hmm. I'm afraid my reading is not very good. Could you read this for me? Are you going to send me something?
Um, no. She just froze it to you. It's the same envelope. It's the same envelope. But you'll see, and it's the same scruffy handwriting that you're used to. And yeah, inside it just goes, "I'm sorry, but she had to go. Your sweet, sweet little sister knew too much, but now she is one with the roses."
So now my line of questioning is going to change. It's have you received any other packages or presents or flowers
Oh,
recently?
we used to get a bunch of red flowers every month. I always thought it was from Alyssa. Sorry, red roses.
Uh, do you know of any strange, other than the woman involved, any other strange people that she hung around?
Well, my sister would go on about the weird cameraman
Did she ever give
they
a
had.
name?
Sav or something like that. Savia, something like that.
Javier,
No.
Savior,
Yeah, I think it was some code name, nickname,
or Hispanic.
possibly.
There's like at least three Hispanics here in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
So
She mentioned that he would sometimes, I don't know, communicate in a different way to the other girl
what do you mean?
with his hands. I don't know.
Was he deaf? Did he speak?
As far as I'm aware, he never spoke.
That's interesting. Miss Harper, do you have any questions?
I just find it a little odd. You've claimed that you and your sister are pretty close.
As close as we could be, yeah.
Right, and you just get a letter just insinuating her murder, and you wait, what, several hours? Day to come tell
What
anybody?
else? What else was I gonna do? I just thought it was a threat or something. I thought it was her being dramatic, and until the cops actually came and confirmed.
And so the cops were there at your house, and then you waited still. You didn't tell them that you got anything. No, you wait. You sit on it. And now you're coming to us. Why?
I have no other option.
No other option? Did you try another option?
Well, I tried to speak to her boss.
And who would that be?
I don't know. She used to report to someone called Max.
Max.
The Polis, I think. The Polar, the Poli. I don't know.
Does he have an address? Does he have a phone number?
I know he lives above Arcade Row.
And how did you try to contact this Max?
Well, I have his phone number, and then I have his address. So I couldn't get hold of him, so I went round to him.
And was he there? Did you contact him?
Well, someone was there. A woman, red hair. She just told me to get lost, and he's not in.
And so yeah, you just decided to go to him first, not the police who, showed up.
Yeah, she starts looking a bit distressed, and then you see tears. As she starts to speak, tears come down her eyes. She kind of goes into breakdown mode.
Do you think I'm phased by tears? It's a simple
Yeah,
question.
I don't know, and she's doing it in a distressed way, and it's almost like she's got a panic attack coming on. So I don't know why. I don't know.
So you just don't know why you do the things that you do.
It's not exactly the cops don't do a lot around here anyway.
And so your grand plan was to do what when you got to Max?
She now just shuts down. I mean, she stops crying. She stopped crying, but she just shuts down. Emotionally shuts down.
Oh, so the silent treatment.
Both of you can do me a spot hidden.
49 is good, regular.
69. An odd number for this kind of content. I'm sorry, that was a
Spot hidden.
spot hidden. I'll spend the 4 points to make it.
Okay, yeah, you both notice. All of a sudden she has bright red eyes, and then her mouth starts to speak.
I thought she had purple eyes.
The sister?
It's not the sister who has purple eyes.
It's the woman that was with the
It's
murdered
the other
girl.
woman.
Murdered
The
girl's
overblonde.
friend had purple eyes.
Ah,
The crazy bitch has purple eyes, as I'll refer to her for now.
so this one's eyes are red though.
But they've turned red.
They turned red. They weren't red.
The iris
were
is
nice
red,
blue.
or they're just bloodshot.
The iris is red.
That a
Content?
sanity
They were
check?
nice. They were nice blue, but we will do a sanity check in a moment. I will just. Then a voice comes out of her, but it's not her voice. Goes, she was about to tell you everything, but I can't have that. And then her neck just splits open and blood just goes out onto both of you.
Stumble to the door quickly and open it up and say, "Medic, we don't have to say medic. We're not in the military."
I
Call
go
an
in to try
ambulance.
to do something to save her.
Call
Do
an
that, but
ambulance.
it's such a big chunk. You're like, fuck. And she
Gotta
just kind of
try.
starts shaking.
Is there, I mean, I have first aid, I have medical. Is there anything I can do?
You could do me a medicine check, because that will at least give you some insight as to whether
37 is a hard success.
He is a doctor, or she is a doctor.
you've looking at the wound, how straight across it's ripped out. It's gone through so much, and the rate of blood loss, you can't do anything for it.
I passed a sanity.
You could both do sanity rolls. I know you.
I passed my sanity
roll.
as well.
You
31.
both. Do me a D4 plus 1.
4.
3.
Pulling out all the crazy dice.
Yeah.
3.
Wow. Yeah, there you go. And then her body.
13. Equal disturbance.
Her body just flopped down. Blood's just gone everywhere.
They've called an ambulance.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're I don't know. We're interacting with all the other cops that are suddenly there, and if there's, I'm sure this was all filmed.
Mhm.
So the chief's probably going to be like, "What the fuck happened? What's going on in here?" Yeah. So we'll have to deal with all that probably for the next 45 minutes.
Okay. So yeah, you're dealing with that. Nick, I will come to you while they're dealing with that little aftermath. You will
I'm sure
probably get an
everything's good and
alert
it's
that's
all fine in
happened.
the field. Yeah.
You'll probably get an alert about that shortly, but we will. Um, you can't. For some reason, bureaucracy is not on your side. It can take a while. It will take about a week if you want to. That's some fast track.
That's a lovely long period of time. Any information that I can get related to this case, particularly looking at who either worked on it or any of the legal side involved?
Uh, for the assault and battery case, yeah.
Yeah,
For
my
that case,
my
yeah.
intention is I'm trying to circumvent the
Okay, yeah,
waiting angle and basically go straight to someone who actually worked on the case and say, well, do you know who actually was this person that they were dealing with?
There is a law firm mentioned called Lawson's, but you know that Lawson's has been shut for about 5 years now.
When was the case?
The assault and battery case a while ago.
Okay, so it's not like they attached it to a closed law firm. It's actually the law
Yeah.
firm has closed since the
Yeah.
incident.
We could probably say it happened about a year or two before it closed.
Before they
Maybe
closed doors.
maybe even closer. Maybe like closer to the closure of the law firm.
Anyone I know that used to work at the law firm?
Yeah, you know Brian Daly?
Okay, I will give Brian a call. He sounds like a good, upstanding fella.
Yeah, he's good. He likes fire. He likes blue liquid as well. He drinks this nice liquid.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I will give him a call and be ready to bribe him if need be with more blue whatever.
Okay. Yeah, you give him a call.
Hello, long time no speak.
Jinx. He goes, Jinx.
Dear.
What do you want, Waylon? I don't have all day. You know,
No, neither do I, which is why I'm having to give you a quick call, because you know how the wheels of bureaucracy just don't spin, they just grind and grind and grind.
Indeed.
I will give him details of said case. Looking to fill in a blank, looking to find out who the person that got assaulted was. See if you can plumb the depths of your memory, and maybe I've got something to help lubricate it for you.
I remember her name was Julia. Yeah.
Okay, Julian.
No, Julia.
Or Julia.
Yeah. Yeah. Julia began with a C. Uh, let me just see. I've got some old case files in my cupboard. I'll have a quick look and I'll call you back.
Sure. I'll give them the number, and then promptly go. Law firms just happen to have, or ex-law firms happen to have files still at their former employees' homes after so long. This is a wonderful organization that they used
No,
to
no,
used to do.
he's no. This was the case that closed us down, so I kind of kept the files.
It's the
Close
case that
to-
closed you down.
Yes. I can't go into it. I'm under. I can't, Waylon. I can't.
Okay. I'm just saying, if you want to say anything hypothetically or anything that's allegedly, then by all means.
I'll just get you the name. I can do that
Okay. I'll
because
wait.
my files aren't redacted, and they're government files. So. And I can legally have them before you say anything.
I'm not going to question or make judgment.
And yeah, he's okay. Give me 30, 60 minutes at max.
I will go
And-
grab a coffee and donut and see if I can track down some of that mythical cherry pie they've got around here somewhere.
That's when you get the pager about the emergency at the LAPD station.
Never rains, it pours.
So, Hayes and Cruz.
Do we find anything in the files?
So,
Leaf through a
Well,
lot of
let's,
them if I can.
yeah, you're searching, and all of a sudden, Sam speaks up and just goes, "Sorry, you're in the wrong filing cabinet. It's that one over there."
Is he like honestly leading me to something, or is he trying to
There-
like,
There is another filing cabinet over there.
He's just
Oh.
being a jackass.
is there like a psychology roll to see if he's being helpful or if he's trying to hinder us now?
Yeah, you could do a psychology roll.
Okay. I'm actually good at this too. Only a 50, but that's not bad. 65 though. That's a failure.
Okay.
I'd probably still
Yeah.
go over the filing cabinet because I really don't have much choice otherwise.
Yeah, that filing cabinet. And hey, you other detective, can you at least go and wake up my colleague?
Sure, he'll wake up eventually.
Come on, at least go wake him up.
I'm not gonna go wake him up. A lot of effort
Oh,
to knock him out in
fine.
the first place.
Oh, fine. And then he pulls out a pistol from his thing and is going to shoot you.
Okay.
As you now notice, his eyes are bright red.
Can I shoot him with the shotgun that I took from him instead, I guess?
You get the reaction, so you can reactionally shoot him as he's going to shoot you. So
Yeah, I'm not gonna let him shoot me.
let's see.
And I'm glad I'm looking through the file cabinets at this point.
You just
Wow, how do I keep rolling exactly on the numbers? That's so weird. I have a 75 in rifle shotguns, and I rolled a 37, which is exactly half. So hard success.
nice.
Um,
I rolled.
Did you know if the shotgun was loaded with slugs or buckshot?
There was a slug in there. He wasn't actually bluffing. There was a slug in there. Seeing if that's it. No, I rolled an extreme. So that's 10 points to you.
So they both shoot each other.
Well, he shoots, hits Cruz, who's Did you end up putting on the body armor or
I
not?
did not. It's in the back seat of the car.
And then the shotgun blast goes off and probably deafens you a little bit, Hayes, because it's just suddenly gone off. And you probably turn around
Yep.
as your partner's got a bullet wound. We can just say, like, in the stomach.
Are we assuming I didn't hit the other guy, or is he dead?
You rolled a
You
37,
didn't.
right?
Yeah, I mean,
Well,
I got a hard success.
he got the better success.
Okay, so I missed.
He got
Doesn't
the
matter.
better success.
Okay. I would draw and shoot because I don't want to. We're in a combat situation.
Yep. Roll.
Okay.
He's not going to do anything against you, so all you got to do is succeed because
Yeah,
he's not.
he's got a pistol in his hand. So, firearms, handgun is only a 60.
Only a 60.
33. I would, if I need to, I'll spend the 3 points to make it a hard success.
You don't need to. You hit him. He's not going to. He's not trying
Yeah.
to dodge.
So here comes the joyous D10. Come on, something.
What?
I clip it.
You clip him. And he turns around to you.
Is Jack still? Jack only had 10 hit points.
No, Jack's still up. I'm pretty sure Jack has
Yeah.
the most hit points out of everyone.
I've got 4 whole hit points left.
Okay, so he's going to shoot me.
He's definitely wounded. You need
Yeah.
to do a Constitution roll.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Come on, good con roll.
I have 70 con and I rolled a 71, so I will burn 1 luck to make that a success.
That's fine. That's fine. Yeah, you're still with it. You're still with it. Not fully with it because you are losing blood, but
Yeah.
you lost quite a bit. But you are with it. Hayes, he is going to shoot you as he's turned to you now.
I would like to dodge it.
Okay.
Not how bullets work.
I don't know. Does it?
In Call of Cthulhu, there's dive for cover, where you make a dodge, and if you succeed,
Yeah.
you give the shooter a penalty die. That's the best you can do.
Which I'm not gonna lie, as long as you roll better than 3 zeros, you're fine.
Okay, I would like to dodge because
Okay.
a coward first, and then to try
There
to
is a
shoot.
chance you could roll 3 zeros as well.
I rolled 41, so I'd succeed on my dodge check with a normal success.
Yeah, he misses. Is that?
I'm counting
is that
on my
a
partner.
malfunction?
Can I
I'm
shoot him with a
counting-
shotgun now?
I'm counting
Yeah,
on my
the
partner
gun-
to take him out.
The purpose that the gun kind of explodes in his hand a little bit and it flies out. The
Come on, Jack, you can do it.
So, I'm wondering if I should try. I don't think I would try and restrain, even though his gun exploded or whatever. I still think I would shoot him at this point. And I don't really.
The
I'm not
man
gonna
is
metagame
shot
it.
you.
I'm pissed off. That is a 7. That is an extreme success.
We don't roll. You literally just straight up get headshot and bit of brain goes against the wall.
It's an impale on a shotgun slug, like 20 base damage or something.
Yeah, probably. It doesn't really matter at this point. He's just brain against wall.
My partner has taken a grievous wound.
Yeah.
Unless he stops me, I would try to do some type of first aid.
I'd be offended if you didn't.
It's only a 30. Hopefully, I don't hurt you.
Oh, no.
40.
You spend luck.
I'm gonna, yes, I spend the luck because I don't want my partner to die. What do we end up doing at that point if we succeed on a first aid? Is it like a D4 or something like that?
He gets 1 point back.
It stabilized him 1 point, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, so 1. All right, I'm up to 5 then.
And you're out of critical.
So, what are you two doing now?
Um, I would start looking through the files.
Hate this place so much.
Do you want to like call in the rest of the cops back up? And we need to get all the files out of this now. And what the heck is with the red eyes? I thought that was like a photo thing.
Yeah.
Hayes, you look for a file, and you do find a file, which I'll come to you in a second.
Okay.
Cruz,
Yeah, I'm
you
gonna.
notice on the wall where the brains were, it's actually made a little message in blood for you,
Oh,
saying, "I'm going to kill you."
Not to me.
it's really cute. Do I make a sanity check for that?
Yeah, you can make a sanity.
Thanks. There's a 95. You're rolling hot tonight.
Ooh, just roll me a D4 plus 2.
1 plus 2 is 3.
Oh,
There you go.
5 is
Hayes.
the problem in one shot, right?
Yeah, 5 or higher.
Yeah, you do find
Okay.
a file, and it's for a Julia. A Julia.
Mhm.
But it's weird because it says Julia, and then when you actually open the file, it says Julian Craig.
Huh.
This is the file for the mystery woman.
Yes.
Is there an address or phone number?
The only address is for a bar called Harper's.
A Harper's Bar.
Yeah.
Do I know that place?
Yeah, it's like a dive bar where a lot of the rough crowd go.
Biker or ethnic gang or just really
More gang, definitely gang, not biker. It's a bit even too divey for bikers.
very low level drug dealer,
Yeah,
human traffickers.
you've probably busted a few people there every so often.
Okay.
So,
Is there a phone in this guy's office?
yeah, but there's some brain on it. But yeah,
That's fine. Yeah, I'm gonna call back up and I'm gonna call an ambulance and stuff.
okay. An ambulance will come. The other three will get a pager, but I now need to go to the other three because Nick's gonna get a lot of pages right now.
You would be Jack would be sending out the page to the group, to the FBI guys, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But first we go back to the FBI because Nick needs to go to the first page. You're never gonna get that cherry pie.
Curse of my bane of my life. Oh. Mondays, I hate Mondays.
Okay, so for purposes, you end up back at the precinct
Mhm.
with Myers and Harper, who probably still have blood on them because you haven't been that long.
This is why I like office
You missed.
work. Doesn't mess up that doesn't mess up the outfit.
Oh, you missed all the excitement.
My dry cleaner's happy about it.
Oh, you learn anything?
Yeah, apparently there's. I will relay everything that I've got leading
Yeah.
to this. Julia or Julian C.
Oh,
Apparently
we
there's-
learned of Julia at a Harper's, of our visitor, who then we also learned of a Max DePolis.
Mhm.
who seems to be seriously involved somehow. But then our guest exploded on us, so
Yeah, same DePolis is the one that's got involved with this altercation with Julius C. The only one with a criminal record, so he went straight to the top of the person of interest pile.
He didn't.
One thing that keeps popping up though is Harper's.
yeah, we should go there. We should go to Max to pull us his address. And I'm sure Detective Cruz was insisting on doing real work, going out and talking to some people. So let me give him a call, see where they're at,
That's when
see
you
if they want to
get
come with
their
us.
page. That's where you'll get their page come through to you.
He's got a real head for that kind of work.
He'll never catch on.
I think we need to go.
All right, I'm going to wear my Kevlar vest.
Okay. Okay, so for purposes, you meet outside of Angel's Delight.
Do we have an ambulance for poor Cruz?
Yeah, Cruz is in the back of an ambulance.
Down on Scumbag Avenue.
Cruz, it's up to you if you just want to get a quick patch up or you want to actually get taken to the hospital and get nicely actually dealt with.
I've got 4 whole hit points. That's probably plenty. Yeah, they can just top me off.
They could do it was a clean shot through, so you know.
Super glue it
Not like
together,
it
it'll be
was-
fine.
Yeah.
Well, maybe the
Top you off with a bit of
yeah,
an O negative.
maybe the forensic expert might want to actually operate on someone who's alive instead of dead for a change.
Oh,
Give me a blood bag. Hayes
I
can hold it
don't
for me.
I don't like a warm haze.
So yeah, you're all together, and Cruz is staying with you. So you've obviously got 2 addresses. You've got Harper's, you've got the Arcade Row address as well, which is Max DePolis's.
And
What do you do?
I fill him in with the name of Julian. I give him the file because I kept them. Was there any other files that, since we had time for the ambulance, anything else that might be applicable?
Not really. There was a file for Savior, but it literally was nothing in there.
And just to be clear, I instruct the other police officers to arrest everybody in this building. They're all part of a criminal conspiracy.
Okay.
That's right,
So
that
you will have
receptionist.
noticed- No, you will have noticed that the receptionist was not there when you came out. So she
I can't-
Well, there was gunshots. Why would she be there? Just run for her life.
Didn't respond to anything else.
Ava, are we
I don't get
going
paid
to
enough for
address?
this.
Are we going to address the whole conversation where a man's voice suddenly came out of her before she
It's a little
exploded?
hard to address it. How, Nina?
Some sort of electronic
What do you?
device.
What I don't know.
You're the forensics persons. How would you blow somebody up?
Like that? I mean,
Is there some Moriarty mastermind that's got people working for him with
it's it was like a major cut more than a explosion, really.
laser beam? No, there was too much
Some
blood. wasn't
sci-fi flick.
there? No, but they've been playing around with lasers. They got lasers. They can-
Don't.
This guy's
I mean-
eyes turned red too, and nobody blew up. He just tried to shoot me. I mean, he did shoot me.
And you said red eyes?
By the way, yeah, the red eyes that we saw on the camera, that wasn't a camera effect.
No.
The guy, Sam, Sam Raley, right before he pulled another gun and shot us, his eyes turned red.
I think it might be pronounced Rally.
Raleigh?
Rally
Yeah,
Raleigh.
Sam, the
Who
guy
gives a
that
fuck?
supposedly owned the building, was talking with us and then suddenly tried to distract us and pulled a gun and shot Jack. Tried to shoot me.
Something goddamn weird is going on here.
Yeah,
he was
we
being
need
so
to. We
cooperative
need
up until then,
to.
too.
Yeah, we need to go to
Was-
Harper's and to this Max place ASAP.
There's a couple other places that are probably less likely, but we knew of two other people, the producer and the one actress. They probably have homes as well.
Presumably.
This guy may be living in his victims' areas, or at least may have visited them.
We could send some
It does
people
seem like
to check those
Harper.
out.
There are certainly places to check if Harper's and the
Yep.
Polises don't work out.
Yep, those are the hottest ones. We could have people, actual patrolmen, go to the other ones.
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
Yeah, you can have that. You can have that happen. So, where are you going first? Is this the key, or are you going to split up?
I think we need to all go together. And Jack, please wear your vest.
Okay. I think I will put my vest on now and stand in the middle of the group as well, surrounding myself with a blade of armor.
I can't shoot the shotgun as well as you can, but I think you should get our shotgun out of the boot or trunk.
Okay.
Oh, did someone drop off?
Yeah, it's Matt.
Yeah, Matt.
Oh no.
Let's give him a minute.
We've only got like 15, 20,
Real
15
late.
minutes left.
This is reminding me a lot of a Denzel Washington film.
Azazel
Yeah.
is the demon name of him.
What was the movie?
I don't know. He ended up in the body of a cat. He could just transfer himself just by touch.
A lot of my random weird
Yeah.
things just come from random weird things that I've seen.
All right, he's back.
But yeah,
We didn't do anything.
Hey Matt,
Start
back.
just before he disappeared, if you can.
That one came out of nowhere. I normally get even like little box that says internet connection unstable. No, this one just froze.
So Jack is wearing his body armor, planning to use us all as meat shields. Hayes wants to get the shotgun out of the trunk. We need to get to either Harper's or the Polises as soon as possible. But first, black coffee and donuts.
yep.
I think
You
that's
have
what's
your black
gonna
coffee and donuts.
happen. Excellent.
But
Glad we got that
where
out of the
you
way
go-
early.
Where are you going first?
I'll drive. Hop in my our car. We can put the sirens on and get there as fast as we want.
We're both about the same distance, so
Maybe do we split up?
Please no.
Cover more ground that way. But no, I'd recommend we go to Depolis first.
Yeah,
At least
that-
potentially more likely to get info there, and then some big confrontation at the bar.
I like how you think, Waylon.
Jack, did you at least get somebody to do a medicine check on you? You didn't have to go to the hospital, but the ambulance guys might have been able to do something.
they've
I
stitched
can
you
take
up.
a look
They-
if needs
they've-
be.
they've done a quick stitch, showing that he needs to go to the hospital as soon as possible to get sorted out.
Oh, fine.
But you can gain one more hit point back.
That's plenty. That's 6 full HP.
So
And if you lose all 6 of that HP, you know who to call.
you are on Arcade Row. You find his address. You got to go down a dark alleyway and up some dodgy stairs, and then there's the door to his building, which is the entire top floor of this row of buildings, which is like 6 buildings. So it's a big space. So yeah, what do you do?
Knock, knock, knock.
I will have my pistol out behind my back.
No response.
I'll have my shotgun out in front of me.
This is the FBI. Open up, please.
Why don't you open up? You hear from the other side of the door.
Why not? I will kick in the door.
Can you do me a look roll, please?
I was going to say I thought I heard a scream, but that
The
that
two
worked.
girls stand side by side and we kick in the door with our high heels.
Nice.
You're damn right, Nina. 44 is a success on luck.
Girl power.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah,
I got an
You
05, so I helped.
okay, yeah, that's even better. You both kick open that door. I don't need a strength roll. I just need a look roll for a reason.
For
And
reason.
it's pitch black in here. And it smells weird. Not of death, but or decay really. It's just a smell you can't pinpoint, but it's weird.
Well, I'm glad we weren't immediately shot.
No, you weren't immediately shot.
It's coming
Is
though.
there a light switch?
There is. You flick it, nothing comes on.
Most police officers, or at least patrolmen, have one of the smaller flash. Do detectives carry one of those as well?
Yeah, you'll have a small flashlight.
Okay, so I'll do the standard cross thing like this.
Mhm.
It flickers really slowly, so it will stay on for a couple of seconds, then be off for like 10 seconds. Stay on for a couple of seconds, stay off for 10 seconds.
Turn it off of strobe or whatever.
Jack, do you got yours? I think mine might have bad batteries.
Just give me one moment. If I go back down to the squad car or our FBI car, do we have flares?
I would have.
Do me a look roll. Do me a look.
My police car would have flares in it because we have to do it in case of accidents.
I've left it to look.
No, why did you leave it to luck? How do I roll 000s looking for flares?
Apparently,
What's
you
the opposite
forgot
of
your
a flare?
flares.
You find that?
You forgot your flares today. This was the one day you forgot to put the flares in.
Fine. Then I have to do this slightly more difficult way.
Wait, does he have to put the flares in every day, or are they just in the car?
No, they're just not
Takes them back out every night. And
We
Put them
forgot
back
to
in the
restock
flare.
them after the last accident that we had to use them to, flare out the road.
So, if I light a cigarette and
Yes.
flick it in there, so there's some red glow.
Well, don't we have flashlights for crying?
They're not working. They're not working.
Oh.
Well, only one is. No one else has tried one.
If
You
anyone
shouldn't
else
flip on the
tries,
light.
they're doing the same. It doesn't work. The light switch doesn't work.
And so I want a flare or something that's not electric.
What time of day is it?
It's evening by this point.
Oh, crap.
It's probably even nighttime because you guys have been doing a lot in this day. So.
Fair.
Police Academy, they told us not to walk into a darkened room without a light source.
And we know somebody's in there. They just spoke to us. So
Why don't you come on in? They say to you.
in a minute, turn the lights on if you're in such a hurry.
Where does it sound like the voice is coming from? Right in front of us?
All around, basically. You can't pinpoint whereabouts in the blat it is.
I'm going to fire my gun into it, and hopefully the flash for a moment will reveal what's there.
Okay.
Pop!
You fire and you briefly see a pair of red eyes in the distance.
I'll point right at them and fire a second round.
Now you see them the other side where you were originally shot.
What the fuck?
Thing thinks it's so funny.
Then I'm going to point them at the red eyes, and before I pull the trigger, I'm going to go like that and fire.
Do me a look roll.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
I would
Give me a look.
I would like to ready for when Agent Myers shoots to shoot where I see the red eyes pop up.
Don't shoot where they are. Shoot where they're going to be.
I just want to know, has everyone entered the building now?
No, we're all.
No,
I-
none of us
no,
have even stepped
No, no, no.
inside.
Okay, that's
We're in the
alright.
building. We're just not
Okay.
in the room.
Okay, that's all right.
Okay. All right. All right. Detective Hayes, do you have like a baton or something?
So, just to clarify, you're all still on the metal stairs that lead up to
I went downstairs. I'm looking for Flair.
your
Do you have a baton?
Yeah, he has a baton. He'll have a baton.
Okay. From my medical kit, I'm going to take his baton. I'm going to wrap gauze and cotton balls and shit around it.
And alcohol.
Some disinfectant alcohol stuff. I'm going to make myself an impromptu forensic examiner torch. No
Okay.
electricity. We're going to go kill this red-eyed demon bastard on
Okay.
our terms.
Okay.
Torches not standard issue for FBI.
No, apparently.
Your 10-foot poles.
Okay, there you go. You've got a big torch from Harper's geniusness.
We will follow forensic expert Harper into the room.
Okay.
Now,
Are you all entering the building now? Are you all
Letting the
following?
FBI go first, but yes.
yeah, when I start going into the room, does my torch does it light everything up?
A little bit, but the flame kind of is going all
Oh.
over the place.
Oh man.
He's had enough of your shit.
We're so
What
close.
time of day is it?
It's nighttime. We're so close.
I'm going to attempt to shoot out the windows, but I'll bring this up when we start. When Matthew comes back, everybody goes, "Oh, that was a great ending."
No sweat, but you're down the path of
And my ears are gone.
Hey Matt, you
Oh,
missed
no.
you missed Jack's shot
I
right
love my
between the
collection.
glowing red eyes.
Yeah.
We went and got the bazooka out of the trunk and just blew the whole building up.
Yeah.
Hey,
Who doesn't carry a law in their trunk?
yeah, cut to the easy option. Yeah.
Wait till Tom gets his
There you
turn.
are.
There
Okay.
we go. Okay, so is everyone entered now? Everyone entered.
I
Yes.
will enter.
Okay.
I'm letting the FBI go first, but I will go.
We need to block the door before it slams shut mysteriously behind us.
Yeah,
no, because
I'm gonna keep up the rear and make sure that nothing comes up behind us or screws around with the door or basically otherwise screws.
And
I
if
need to
we
know something, Waylon. Are you staying inside by the door? Or are you staying on the metal stairs by the door?
I don't like the way you keep specifying their metal.
You know what? I will stay outside with the door open.
Okay. I need you to do me a dexterity roll, please.
Okay.
Because these metal stairs are going to start shaking.
Okay. I think I know where I'm going then. Well, I might be not going there of my own volition. 81 out of 50 is a fail.
Okay. Everyone will start hearing a commotion because the metal stairs are suddenly rattling. They are rattling. And then it just comes off its hinges. Waylon's on it.
Oh,
And they kind of slope upwards. Waylon then goes down it like a slide, basically.
I can see
And
my
then
house
it
from here. Ah!
And then it drops on Waylon, and one of the now poles basically impales into your leg.
Jesus.
Ouch.
You can roll your own damage. Roll me a D6, Waylon.
My damage.
I'm sure I've got hit points on here somewhere. Oh, yeah, there we are. Thanks. Huh, miraculously, 1 hit point.
Okay.
Hey, yeah. You're consistent,
You
at
take
least.
1 hit point, but you're in a lot of pain and
Ow.
impaled. But yeah, we will come back to you, the rest of you. What are you doing?
If there was a moment of light, even dim, I'm going to try to shoot out the window.
Okay.
If I see the shape of a window in the dark, I'm just going to shoot it out so that at least something will come in, light from the sky or light from the street pole.
Yeah, you have Ava's torch as well, but yeah, as soon as you notice how you shoot the windows out, it's got again, there's still loads of shadow, but you've still got little bits of light.
And people
Pockets of
across
light,
the street having dinner suddenly start screaming when the bullets fly
pretty
through their
much.
house. And
Yeah.
collaterals, who cares?
So
You've seen this
before
neighborhood that's
review,
happened 3 times already tonight.
before review can do me a spot hidden. You're in the main living area.
Yep. Trying to use Harper's light to see detail. Oh, 07.
I got a
Ooh, nice.
34.
Oh, I'm sorry. What are we rolling? I was moving. I didn't hear you.
Spot
Spot
hidden.
Oh, okay.
I have a 43, which is a regular. Not as fancy as Haze as a extreme.
I spend 2 points to get a hard.
Oh, it's all right. With Haze, you'll see majority. And
I got a
well, you'll see it all.
66.
You'll see it all with
Here's a
Haze.
success.
Okay.
Give you a credit for your point.
Haze.
Go.
First, no one. First, Haze, you're a little bit behind everyone because it's dark, and but you notice on the floor there's some like weird salt shaped symbol on the floor, and like a symbol sketched out in salt. Is you can't really tell because of dark, but is that blood around it as well? And you trip over something, and it's a book. But then all of a sudden, there's a scream in your ear as you hear, "I'm coming to kill you," and it screams in your ear.
Okay.
And you felt the breath against your cheek.
I would duck down because it's coming near my head, the sound. I would grab the book and I would try to roll across the symbol, messing up the salt. Grab the book, dive, roll, and see if I can mess up whatever was designed on the floor.
Okay. Do me a do me a dex roll. Do me a dex roll.
My dex is 70.
Hey,
57.
right.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, you get the book, you roll over. As you roll over, you end up rolling into someone. You end up rolling into someone, but they're on the floor too. And there's a brief glow around them as you kind of, well, your face ends up actually kind of looking in that direction, and it's a body. And then the head twists around and looks at you and goes, "You're going to die." Glowing red eyes.
Okay. Like I said, I've done at least 1.5 actions there, a somersault potentially.
Yeah.
My compatriots see me do that, and I will yell out, "There's a body, and it just threatened to kill me."
Okay. What are the other three doing?
Shoot it.
Yeah, if I see it, I'm shooting it.
Hey, Harper, I assume you get the light
Yeah.
over it.
Yeah, yep, exactly. That's what I was saying. Like, I'm gonna just provide some lighting.
Yeah, it appears to be a man. You assume this is Max the Polis. You're not quite sure, but it's definitely a bloke.
Got red eyes
Very,
threatening to kill Hayes.
yeah. There's lots of cuts and wounds all over him, like lots of cuts and wounds all over him. But they look self-inflicted.
Are they all
Well,
little symbols and things that he's cut into his own flesh?
Yeah, little symbols.
It's witchcraft, boys.
Well, I'm waiting for I'm bracing myself for the roar of Cruz's gun.
Yep.
My
You're
shit is-
shooting at Cruz. Yeah, just roll me.
Okay. Big shoot. 62 is not a big shoot, but it is a good shoot. That's a success.
Yeah, you just shoot into it, and yeah. Hayes is. You could get up at this point, Hayes. You're able to get up, so
You want me to roll damage or is it just toast?
you don't need to roll damage.
Okay.
It's just bare lifeless.
Is
Yeah,
there carpet in the room? Is this symbol on the carpet?
No, it's on wooden flooring. It's all wooden.
Yeah, mess it up. I'm with Hayes. I'll just start.
Hayes has
Shoot.
already messed it up. Hayes has messed
Okay.
it up. Rolling over, he messed it.
I'll grab the book.
Hayes has the book too.
Yeah, I think Hayes does have a book.
Okay.
So yeah.
I'm getting ready to punch Hayes in the face if he starts reciting devil chant.
So all of a sudden, I'm going outside quickly. Sorry, Waylon. I'm coming to you. You're there, and you
Lying
hear.
around.
Well, you start hearing like a chanting, like that same groany voice, but it's a chant, but it's getting louder in your head, and it's starting to. You notice there's blood coming out of your ears and eyes,
Oh,
and
joy.
nose, mouth, and now I'm gonna go back to the others. So you four, the lights suddenly come back on, briefly, like a flash, like a blinding flash. And then they just go back to being on, but they're dim. And that's when you see in the corner of the room is this giant, bloody, skeletal creature with giant antlers just in the corner of the room. It's that big it's having to crouch over.
Oh,
Oh, hello.
It's got the glowing red eyes.
That's a 98 on sanity.
yes, I'm just gonna roll that sanity check real quick.
That
I'm
a
assuming-
98 was that, Harper?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
yes, it
assuming we're
was.
looking. My sanity is not maxed out. It is now at 58, I believe,
I passed.
and 45.
6
So
from
it's-
pass.
Okay, if you passed 1d6 plus 2.
Oh my gosh, this could be bad.
Jeez.
I'll come to the
One.
fail in a minute, Morg.
I got a 3.
Two. That's 4. One shy of the fun number.
What did you get, Hayes?
7,
Oh, yeah, there it is.
5 plus
Okay.
2, even though I passed my sanity.
Now we're
Do
playing.
me an intelligence roll for me, Hayes.
Okay, come on, please be stupid. It's a 50-50. My int is 50 and 58.
There we go. Okay, that's fine. Okay, Harper, can you roll me 2 d20s
Oh,
for me?
First one's a 20.
I was gonna use my favorite, the 12, but I was like, then
And the second one's a 9. 29.
29.
Oh my. Oh my.
So Harper, what happens is I'm going to describe what happens here, Harper. We're not going to get you to do intelligence. You start to feel happy all of a sudden. Because it's bloody. It's a bloody skeletal creature.
right up your alley.
It's not alive. Not really. It's made you happy. There's corpse in here.
It's
You
like
go, you go over to hug it. The rest of the other three, you're stood there in kind of shock as Harper is hugging this giant creature.
it's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen.
I took no sanity damage. I took 3 sanity damage. I'm going to immediately grab Harper by the back of the neck and yank her back.
Do me a luck roll, please, Myers.
Save me.
34, which is, I guess it's either pass or fail on luck. So that's a pass.
Okay, yeah, you yank Harper, but Harper's gonna keep going towards it.
Nina, it's fine. This is my area of expertise.
Well, my next move is going to be to put bullets in the thing's skull.
Yeah, as soon as we can start shooting it, that's what's going to happen.
Okay, yeah.
If
you want to
I'm
shoot,
not
just roll to shoot.
if I'm not insane, I would follow my partner's lead and start shooting.
Yeah, Hayes, you're a bit disorientated. We can just feel
Hopefully, I don't grab Harper by the
shot.
neck, pull her back like this, and then start shooting. Oh, wrong hand.
But yeah, Cruz and Myers, if you are going to shoot,
Yeah.
you can roll.
That is a 48 out of 75 for shotguns.
Oh, 2.
Roll me your damage.
Okay. What is damage?
I have
I
point
don't
blank
actually
range,
know what.
46.
Hold on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
Dream, does it just do
shotguns-
max?
Well, hey, you could spend a point of luck at the 01.
I could. I will spend a point of luck and get an 01.
There we go.
So my handgun does
6.
1d8 plus 4
Oh wow!
plus
Good.
plus 1d8 plus 4.
Well, is it actually 12 plus 1d8 plus 4 then? On an impale like that?
You
Yeah.
only roll the dice,
Yeah.
the dice part again. So it's going to be the D8 does 8 plus the 4, and then you roll the D8 on top of it.
I rolled an 8. So 8 plus 4 plus 8 plus 4. That's a number.
It's
Okay.
it's 20 if you don't add the plus again.
And I got
Yeah, you don't.
6,
Okay.
6, 5, and 1, so 18 more from me.
Okay. As you guys shoot into this creature, the bullets are going into it,
Mm-hmm.
but as they are, the skin is starting to onto the flesh.
You kind of froze for me there. Could you?
Skeletal
Yeah, you
remains.
froze for a second. What
Oh,
did
did I
you say?
froze?
It was incredibly poorly timed.
The flesh starts to grow over the skeletal remains. So it's growing back as you've shot it and put all that in. This
Jesus Christ.
slimy red flesh is growing back over the skeletal remains, and it's starting to form into its other self, and you see the blood from the body on the floor is crawling over to, like, creeping over the floor
I'm
into and then you start noticing there's
Hmm.
blood coming from where the staircase is that's
Oh,
coming over. So blood from Waylon has crept all the way up and slimed towards the
Oh,
creature.
it's no longer. Oh, it's alive. Oh, it's ugly.
However,
Ugh.
Harper, you are still wanting to give it a hug.
maybe that's the solution. That is the opposite of violence.
This is an apartment, a small apartment we're in.
It's a big apartment. It's long anyway.
Is there a kitchen? Is
There
there
is a kitchen.
alcohol?
There would possibly be alcohol.
Okay. I'm gonna
Can you do me a strength roll, please, Myers? With a disadvantage, because you do have your gun in your hand.
well, that's a 65, so that's a fail on strength roll.
No, don't let me
Okay.
go.
Okay, Harper is like go, and Harper goes to hug the creature.
Probably fine.
And Harper actually hugs the creature, and the creature hugs Harper. You
Aw.
see its arms get around Harper, and it squeezes Harper. It starts to
Really tight.
squeeze Harper. Harper
I'm-
starts to then mold into the creature, and you see Harper slowly disappear into the creature. As
I don't
as it
wait to
gets
watch.
stronger.
I'm going for alcohol.
And then its arm reaches to who has the lowest luck out of the three of you?
I'm gonna guess Hayes because he's been spending it like it's going out of style. I'm
It
at
will be.
22 luck.
It would be me.
I've got 55.
I've got 35.
Hayes, the arm elongates towards you. What are you going to do?
I am going to jump out of the room with the book,
Okay, do
then
it.
get back to Nick.
That is a dodge roll for me then.
Yep. 10
Hey,
out of
Yeah.
a 7.
You get out. You do notice there is no staircase anymore,
Oh shit.
and it's quite a drop.
what floor are we on?
This is technically in American terms the third floor.
Okay.
We have to burn it.
Okay.
You
Is
could climb
was the
down,
purpose?
Hayes, because there are the little hooks that
Quick question: the torch, makeshift torch, was that now engulfed, or did that get dropped?
it got dropped, and it's quite possibly not lit anymore. But it is
Uh,
on.
is that someone's luck check to see if it's lit?
Hey, if there's only a way we could see if we were lucky or not.
Hayes, you got the lowest look, so you'll
Oh
have to.
crap!
That's the group roll. Yeah.
One out of 3 chance. No, 54. So I will throw the book down to Nick
You
and
do
yell,
notice that
"Burn
Nick
it!"
is. You know that Nick is very, very hurt. He is bleeding. You notice he's got blood everywhere. He can't even see. So throwing that down to
You're
him.
buried under the staircase.
It hits him in the head.
Hits you in the face.
Oh,
Then
no.
I would drop the book and climb down.
Okay, do me a dex roll. I was gonna make you do a luck roll, but I'm not gonna be that mean. Do a dex roll.
Yeah, I'm trying to not drop it on the blood or whatever. So my dex roll is I've got 70 dex, 41.
Okay. Yeah, you get down. I will come back to you as you go to Nick in a minute. Let's go back to the other two upstairs.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
we tried violence and we tried friendship, and neither worked. So, ideas.
Okay, Myers, you are in the kitchenette.
Do I do a luck roll to see if I can find a big old bottle of brandy?
Yep. Do me a luck roll.
Or Sterno.
It always comes down to looking.
Or a 95?
And,
I find a big
95.
old bottle of beer, which I throw on him, so now he won't catch on fire.
Pretty much.
95. Nothing flammable.
Nope. Nothing. Not with a 95 anyway. If it was a failure and a lower, I might have given you something. So. What are you two doing? It's now crawling on you. It's cracking as it's crawling towards you, but it's gaining back its fleshness. So it's getting stronger and stronger, and its strides are getting tougher.
Is there a what do you call it? A thing outside the window? A escape, fire escape?
You can have a look. Technically, you came up the entrance and the fire escape in a way, but
No, I'm terrified. I
a
don't know what I'm going to do. Yeah, I don't see anything. I got an 83.
okay. Okay. You can both do me dodge rolls as it's coming towards you.
Get it.
Nope, 90. I try to kick it in the head and it bites my foot.
80.
That is a 6, which is an extreme success on
I
dodge.
thought you said 80. Okay. Cruz, you managed to get out of the way, but Myers, claw just comes straight into your head and goes straight through it, decapitating you. A blood spurt just comes straight out.
Ah!
Cruz,
That's like the third
what you
time
do?
I've died this week.
Just to clarify, the torch is on the floor. It's not lit, but it is on the floor.
Can I try and find something flammable? I haven't rolled that yet.
You could do me a luck roll.
Okay. My luck isn't awful. It's 42. 12. That is a success.
Okay. So the kitchenette, the
Mhm.
gas does work. So that does work, and the torch is still flammable, and it is within reach. You can get it because the creature's no longer over it. It is
Okay.
to the other side of you, so you can get the torch.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna try and grab it then and relight it on the stove.
Do me a dex roll.
All right. Pretty good at all things physical. That is a 9, which is an extreme success.
Okay. You get the book, and you get to the stove. Fine. The creature is kind of engulfing Myers' body, so it's not focused on you at the moment. But now I need a luck roll from you.
Uh,
Stoves can be quite finicky when you're in a panic, especially if
yeah, an 89 is less good.
okay, now, okay, it turns around to you. Now, I am gonna do something cinematic here.
Please.
You manage to light it, get it on fire, but it still manages to grab you, bring it into it, and crush your body, but you lit the torch and set it on fire. Hayes,
Right.
outside you hear a wailing scream, and then there's an explosion as that whole top floor explodes. And Hayes, do me a dodge roll here.
85, but I would like to spend 50 luck to make it a save. Sure, I would bring my luck down to 20.
That's fine. Okay, Hayes. You do that. You get out of the way. You end up at the back wall, so you're against the other building down this alleyway, looking. Waylon is there. Do me a con roll, Matt, just to see if you are conscious.
Let's have a go, God. I will burn 25 luck to say yes, I am. Because I haven't used
Okay.
any luck so far.
There we go. Hayes, you're probably in a lot of shock right now, Hayes. You're not
Mhm.
used to this. So you are in even more shock when you see that black figure, the black cloaked figure come up. It walks up to Waylon and curb stomps his head.
Oh, motherfucker.
You really thought you were gonna live, huh?
Ah,
And the figure walks up
Mondays!
to you, Hayes, and
I
it
would-
gives you, and it looks at you, and it has a book in its hand and passes it to you.
I have a book as well, right?
Yeah, you still have the book, and it
Okay.
gives you another book.
Oh, 2 books.
I will take the book because so far it seems like this thing could kill me no matter what.
And he says, "Will you join me?"
I've been playing Carl as a coward. The answer is yes. Yes, I will.
"Welcome, master. I am now yours." And then a shadow comes out of him and goes through your ears, Hayes, and the camera cuts. You're now in the back of an ambulance, and everyone's asking you if you're all right. And there's a night that little final shot, and your eyes just glow red, and then the camera cuts to black. And there we go. That is one of 3 endings. But you
Oh,
did
that was
kill the
outstanding.
creature.
we should have gone to the
Did
bar
kill the
first.
creature.
Yeah, we should have gone to the bar.
Was it a
Was that
Wendigo?
It was my version of a Wendigo, yes. It was a more lust, a,
Absorby.
Yeah, it was
A
based
window
on
fuck.
lust. Yeah. So
Instead of cannibalism, instead of gluttony, it was lust.
basically, they wanted to
it was a
make,
wanna go.
if you've gone
I
to
like that
some
one better.
places earlier in the day or stuff like that, basically they wanted to make their porn company grow. That's what they wanted to make the money, but nothing was happening. So they came across a book, you know how everyone does.
Yeah.
And then they started reading the book and they got corrupted by the book. And then they created this being, which is Savior, out of skeletal remains of several people. So Savior wasn't actually a person.
Hmm.
And he did kill the other girl, the Julia. He killed her because she saw underneath that it was just a skeleton underneath.
Oh wow.
And which you didn't get to see. You might have seen in one of the other two endings. But basically that's what happened, but it got too out of control because they were doing too much porn and that final threesome basically triggered so much sexual energy that it made this creature emerge from
That's
the book.
why you should practice safe sex. This is actually the beginning of the AIDS epidemic, too. So,
And now that creature is still out there
yep, that's
through
the AIDS
Hayes.
epidemic. Yep.
Yep.
Oh,
Hayes will
Oh, wow.
metaphor.
spread it. Hayes will spread it.
Well done, Josh.
Yeah.
There you go.
Like I say, if I had not played myself being disturbed and taking the 7 hit for sanity on that one, where I was since it was with a character who was being a little cautious and kind of cowardly, yeah, he would have gone out with a flame of glory, but that's not how this guy was going.
It tracks. Yeah.
Sorry, it went longer than I expected. I wasn't expecting it to go that long, but you guys were role playing quite
Well,
good.
I think all of you guys were doing great on that. I enjoyed all of you.
Cool. Our players included Morgan Llewellyn, Matthew Sanderson, Michael Palumbo, Robert Beauchere, and myself with Josh Harwood as the keeper of arcane lore. We have a Discord server where you can chat with other members, you can set up private games, you can learn the finer arts of gameplay and game mastering. We provide audio-only versions of our shows free for you to download from Podbean or iTunes. If you'd like to help support our show, please visit our Patreon account. Just $1 a month helps us a lot. Like, share, and subscribe to our channel and punch the bell icon for updates on our latest shows. And leave us some comments. We enjoy reading them and answer any questions you might have. This is Thom Raley, together with all the members of our gaming club, inviting you to journey with us once again into the darkness for another adventure into the universe of H.P. Lovecraft and the Call of Cthulhu role-playing game. Until next time, good luck and good gaming.